Public service.
Space, the final frontier. These are the episodes of the web series Engage. It's 7, your mission, to watch and discuss Star Trek, to seek out insightful commentary and crass humor, to boldly go where many reviewers have gone before.
And since I am finished here, sir, may I point out that...
Shut up, Wesley.
I don't think this is my style. Shut up, kid.
I know this may finish me as an acting ensign, but...
Shut up, Wesley.
Pee hole.
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Star Trek Engage. We have a good one for you today. One of the all-time great episodes penned by the famous writer Harlan Ellison himself, City on the Edge of Forever. And joining us again is Duke Devil 95. It was a very special episode.
Whoa, the doc's here?
What's up?
You dirty bastard. I was just trying to do a public service announcement about how,
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna make it, but I made it back from the pharmacy, so
how you doing,
I'm
man?
here.
It's good to see you, buddy.
No, I'm good. It was a pretty fun vets talking last night. We had Quarter Black there, and he fit right in. It was great. So
Yeah. Speaking of greatness, Admiral Anna, how you doing?
I am good. I am sorry. I am so busy with all of my post-its and I was promoted by all of y'all, so I have to do a lot of writing and like desk work. But I'm great. I have my
she
pen.
has to deal with all the complaints that are given on the captain.
Yes, and obviously.
Wait. So hold on. Long story short is she went from handling my shit to handling my shit.
How's that a promotion?
Well, does she have gloves? I think is the important question.
No, the most important, and I said this to you, right? And you have to salute me, and you still haven't.
Are you aboard my ship? My ship doesn't look like a submarine.
She's in U-boat.
So, Bradley, it's great to have you back again as Wesley. So,
Admiral.
Also, Doc, I am always more confident when you're here.
Woohoo!
Sorry, the rest of the crew. I feel like I'm protected.
Admiral.
Hold on, I got to change my avatar. There we go.
And of course, chat too. Hail.
Yes. Captain, how you doing?
I'm doing outstanding. Of course, I actually saluted the Admiral 3 times now, and she still hasn't done it back. So, quite frankly, she can stay in her quarters and leave my ship alone.
Admirals don't
leave
have
my
to.
ship alone.
Admirals don't need to salute back.
Actually, they do.
No, actually, they don't.
It's, yeah.
Samuel's like, he's like, dude, she's like,
I don't care.
I
don't care. It's funny that she doesn't. Speaking of funny, Adam, the Redshirt, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing okay.
Fuck you.
How's your
You
pee hole?
suck.
My pee hole is clean.
Oh,
Very clean.
that's not what my lab report said.
Well, that clone isn't here anymore. So this clone takes care of his pee hole. Pee hole. Hi everybody. Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's been a fun day already. Just got done with a round table, ready to talk some Star Trek, and honestly, be serious about this episode because this is a serious episode.
Get your gay jokes out the way before we
start.
start.
I got a couple. But I'm gonna have to behave.
Chamba.
Oh Lord. So I'm ready for this. I'm on this. Welcome back, Duke. Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, dude. Thank you for coming back, by the way.
Apparently,
shut up, Wesley.
Experience.
Okay, I got it out of my system.
Hey, I can actually serve a dual role here since I am an attorney. If you need a JAG officer, so
I do need a JAG officer.
Yep.
Oh,
setting up the joke. There you go.
Well,
an easy setup.
we got plenty of them here already.
Right. Where's the pilot at? Devil, how you doing, man?
Hey, in honor of getting the gay jokes out the way early, the reason you're not having any problems, Adam, is because we just started putting the penicillin directly into your DNA of your clones, since the captain can't stop molesting you. Keeps those STDs away.
I don't think penicillin's help anymore. This shit's mutated at this point.
Penicillin immune.
Need to get a Z-Pack for those little Star Trek destinies floating around in your system.
Whoa. Easy on the Z-Pack.
I'm Devil Made Me Do It. Now like 3 on the Twitters. Happy to be here.
You sound happy.
I am. This is how I sound.
can
when
tell.
I'm happy. Yep. I'm ecstatic.
You sound like that when you climax too.
Oh yeah, it's like
It's like, hey, thanks, babe. That was great.
and then I do like Frosty. I say happy birthday after.
And speaking of happy birthdays, that's just the worst transition. Dr. Horny Alf, welcome back.
Yeah, I almost thought I wasn't going to make it. I had to take my daughter to the urgent care, but got back in time, so I'm ready to be here. Let's do this. Star Trek.
All right, and last but certainly not least, our special guest for this week, Duke Devil 95, Bradley Burnett. How you doing, man?
Well, glad I'm finally going to be able to watch something good because I saw Madam Web yesterday. So,
Oh my!
Yeah, I saw it last night too, dude.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I didn't pay for it.
My dad wanted to see
I
it.
said I
Come on.
saw it. I said I saw it.
Yep.
It's a family affair, all right? Hashtag,
I decided
support
I
your
could
family.
sacrifice 2 hours. I mean, if you do want to sacrifice 2 hours that you will never get back, go do that. Or like something fun or something painful. Just not Madam
It
Web.
wasn't horrendous.
It was bad.
No,
As the Eternals.
It was a bad movie with zero fun and just nothing worthwhile. And it also was a nonsensical mess.
Oh, a total mess.
It was a nonsensical mess. Yeah, it was.
And there was
it
still
was
2
meant to be a
hours.
very different movie.
So was it more watching paint dry bad, or like I want to put a toothpick under my big toenail and kick a wall bad?
I'm saying paint dry.
It's somewhere between. It's not like Plan 9 from Outer Space or Manos Hands of Fate, but it ain't good.
I've seen both of those.
I know. So have I. They are the worst movies ever.
Yeah,
It just doesn't make any sense.
sense.
It's stupid. It's literally dumb and stupid, and it makes no sense. But
Fair enough. Well, we are all here. We're all excited. This is like the captain obviously hasn't seen all the episodes of the original series. This is one of the standout episodes of the original series, and it occurred towards the end of the first season. It is fantastic. They post them for those of you in the chat who haven't seen this. I recommend going and watching it. Not here, but watch it. We're not a substitute for that. But it is an excellent episode, and it was at the time. I think there was kind of a thing. I know there was a thing later on with TNG about this, where like you could submit an episode and they might just make the episode kind of thing. I don't know if that was necessarily the case here, but Harlan Ellison was not like known as a television writer at the time. He was a prose fiction writer,
and he actually didn't like this episode the way it came out.
That's a shame because it's fantastic.
Well, they changed his story. There's some very good reasons why they changed the story, because some of his story did not fit with Starfleet. So,
no. Cap, do you want to say hello to the chat before we get started?
I mean, I can, but I've been outranked by the Admiral. So would the Admiral like to say hi to the chat? I kid. I'm joking. It's a joke. She looks very amused in her underground submarine.
I mean, she could just delegate it back to you.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
I think why is it underground and not underwater? What's going on with the sub?
Well, so ground is here and water's down there.
Oh.
So Legata says today's episode is a great example of what happens when a time traveler changes the timeline. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
The Admiral says engage. She doesn't actually get to say that. The captain does, but whatever.
I can say whatever. I am the Admiral, okay? Everybody voted for me to be on top of you, so everybody else.
Phrasing.
We're moving on. Kale says Olaf.
Phrasing.
Kale says Olaf. Clifton 3D says, hail all you beautiful people. Thank you, Cliff. You are a gem. Zillage says, if I'm going to prosper.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Cliff. Zillage, sorry, Cliff before that. Andy Pickle says, hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. Legata says this episode is all about the doctor scoring up history. The doctor?
Yeah.
Mrs. Kenzo says, hail. Well, hail to Mrs. Kenzo, not her dirty, swifty husband. Jack Tarlat says, hail crew, hail chat. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Andy Pickle says, Fleet Admiral Thrawn.
It's not even funny, Ryan. Nobody's laughing.
No, actually, it's pretty funny. Thrawn, Admiral Thrawn.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying not to smile. Andy Pickle. Nope, that's not it. Real Wade, sorry. Says, I'm glad this crew came into the 23rd century. Me too, Wade. Good to see you, buddy. Aerial Ballet says, Ilios everyone.
Elos.
All right. I don't know what that means.
It's hello.
All right. So I'm slightly fucking
He's
retarded.
no, listen. Every time Ariel says something, Ryan is very careful because he's traumatized at this point. He has no idea what might be coming next. And it has nothing to the fact nothing to the fact that I might have made her angry in the last stream and she might take it out on Ryan in this stream. So it's nothing to do with that.
It looks like it says Ilios everyone.
It says everyone.
Hellos. Like
Yeah,
hello, but
it's
hello.
It's her saying hello.
Yeah.
It would need an H for proper English.
Some people drop the H. It's called slang.
Jack
Like-
Tarlat says,
Like, hello.
well, yeah, you can actually understand that when you say, hello, governor. Jack Tarlat said, I'm a commander. You're Wesley. Sorry, dude. Like, nobody voted your promotion. Ariel says, Captain Ryan has demanded us women to wear only skimpy outfits. Something about morale on the ship.
It's not just the women in skimpy outfits. It's all of us.
No, actually, you misread that. It was actually the women and the red shirts.
Damn,
Of course,
I gotta
the
put my-
admiral is exempt because I can't
I-
force her to do anything.
Well, damn, I got to get changed out of these assless chaps and
Okay.
Dude, we missed
you. Get it,
That
bud.
was
He
funny.
can't even figure out where my naughty bits are. So, like, he's just got some bits of cloth in random places.
No.
Right. All right. Dirty Swifty says, "Shut up, Wesley." Yeah, but you're kind of a dirty Wesley Swifty.
Hi, Kenzo.
Tommy says, "Good evening, ladies."
Fair enough.
Well, good evening to the ladies. Wade says, "Wow, Anakin mute the naughty jokes." If she wants to. I mean,
Yes, but this is a democracy in a way. So even though it isn't.
yeah, I'm about to say you were right the second time. It's not. unless there's a time of combat, like you actually outrank me. And if we get in combat, I can tell you go sit in the chair and shut the hell up, ma'am. Kenzo says, "Hello, Jack." Hello. All right, I'm getting it.
Wow.
Ariel says, "I'm in the hospital again. I had a I'm so sorry to hear that. My Doge LBG raised much. Well, I hope you get better. Seriously, we all do. Seriously. Also, maybe turn the volume down so your nurses don't get creeped out where they're trying to treat you."
I think she did. She said she did.
Okay. There's so much. There's so many. COS Studio says, "Howdy, Admiral." Ugh, really? I kid. Beard says, "Hailing the USS Engage. Howdy. What's up, buddy? How you doing?" To a fellow Wesley. Keep scrolling. Paul Hadouken. Just for the record, Power Couch Nation.
Power Couch.
Hadouken.
Rise up.
And of course, he said, Power Couch Nation. Caucasian Sasquatch says, strike engaged.
Please don't.
Sleepy Joe says.
Joe. Look at that
Joe
face.
says, "I love poo."
We don't know that this isn't actually Biden. That's the thing.
I love
This
that.
all seems like it.
I love the face. It's the confused
Yeah,
Joe.
I have to be honest.
Actual account.
I have to be honest. If the president of the United States made an account that said "Sleepy Joe" and "I love poo," I'd actually probably vote for him next time.
Oh, it's 4:30. He's asleep by now. He's already asleep.
Oh,
Yeah, they
that-
might
that-
be
man.
seeing-
That
They-
pee
they-
hole's not clean.
They gave him his Mucinex and his pudding and put him to bed.
No, it's ice cream. He has ice cream. Remember?
Oh,
He
that's
might be-
right.
He might be seen here going, "God damn, Matlock's gone downhill." Shit.
CLS real quick says, "I am an engineer." Caucasian Sasquatch says, "Anna." Anna says, "Kenzo." A lot of, and Anti Pickle says, "Not enough delay to censor the USS debauchery." Caucasian also says, "Nothing is up. I'm verboten on this here private platform."
I am curious. Does that mean that you've got a strike, Squatch?
Because I know Samuel and I have strikes, but they're up on like March 25th. So shout out. Zilla says, "Hadouken."
Oh,
Beard
yeah,
also
he
says,
did. He got struck
"It isn't
this
fun
weekend.
because he hasn't
apparently.
sniffed a kid and shit."
Oh no.
And lastly, and certainly not least, just realized T Swift is sniffing Ryan's hair in a way Brandon would have approved. That's not necessarily what's going on. She's emptying the bucket. She's on permanent bucket duty because you can't have an
Yeah.
admiral in
But she
emptying the
breathes
bucket.
deep.
It's just not.
No,
It's not a
it's
thing.
not appropriate.
So shout out to Star Trek in this episode.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Beard.
It does look like Caucasian Sasquatch just got struck. He just got past one too. So I don't know, man.
Damn.
Sorry to hear that.
What'd you do?
That's a good question because most of his stuff is pretty above board.
I was about to say, yeah, you can't show your penis on stream.
No, that wouldn't have been something he did.
That happened.
I mean, I could see
saw
you
that.
doing it.
Oh, so it's just me?
Hey.
Shit.
As long as it's not big enough for the YouTube analytics to catch it.
Yeah, so if your first name is Gavin, you're okay.
Unfortunately, mine is like 3.2 inches. So yeah, I got caught. Star Trek.
Oddly specific.
Before the Admiral leaves, she's rolling her eyes.
When you hit on chicks in a bar, do you say things like "you couldn't handle both inches"? Is that how this rolls?
You talking to me?
Yes.
I don't actually go to bars, so no. I'm old and boring.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Star Trek.
let's begin the episode.
A swingers party isn't a bar.
Where I live, that's not a thing either.
Pee hole.
Star Trek.
There we go.
Fill in the silence with pee hole.
Pee hole.
All right.
Look good. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Stay on top of it, Mr. Sewell. We're holding orbits.
Oh, he'll stay on top of it, all right.
Helm's sluggish.
Yeah.
I gotta get these in early.
Behind it.
Gotta get these
Stay
in
behind
early.
it.
Control circuit threatening to overload, Captain. Understood, engineer. Spark. And avoid these areas of turbulence.
I believe we'll have them plotted in a few more orbits, Captain.
Sick bay, to bridge.
God damn it.
Switching to manual, Captain. We maintain this orbit.
This is of great scientific importance, Captain. We're actually passing through ripples in time.
All right, give me just a second. I got to
Yeah,
change something up
it's
here.
skipping.
Yeah,
Real
I've
quick.
been having issues with this site for about a week doing that.
Same dude. Mrs. Kenzo says we have a swingers bar near us.
Mhm.
Clifton says, please, no family reunions either. Ariel Ballet says, I like how all of them except Kirk moved.
Kirk doesn't.
Anna
move.
also commented, said, Mrs. Kenzo, I heard about that.
Swifties or swingers?
No, it's an actual, like, it was a documentary. Like, you'll have to talk
Oh.
to Kenzo about that. He told a whole story.
Oh yeah, he's told us all about it.
Yeah, no, where I live is rural.
All right,
Colorado.
I'm not interested in your swinger story. Sorry.
Not a swinger story. There's no
Yeah.
swinger stuff here.
Yeah, he doesn't have a swinger bar near him. He has a swinger barn near him.
No, that's not a thing either.
I think it's called, is it called the dungeon?
It's a
No.
small town. It's a small town. He has to host the swingers parties in his basement.
No, I really actually don't. To be honest,
It's like sounding like the 70s. Everyone drops their keys in the bucket when they drop. Well, not the bucket.
Like,
you don't
in
drop
the
it in captain's
bucket. In the
Not the captain's
bucket.
bucket.
I'm not reaching into that bucket to get anybody's
No.
keys.
Actually, I think it used to be a bowl.
Ariel's
The
all like,
goldfish
"Where do you
bowl.
live again?"
like when I was growing up as a kid, like there was one dirty bookstore. One.
And you were there every single day.
Well, I was taken when I was 18 by a friend that I worked with, who was a couple years older than me.
But that you
This
didn't
was
have
like
any
against your
arcade
will.
attached.
It was his version of the comic shop.
You were
No, not really. I preferred the comic shop.
You were taken. Was it willingly?
Yeah. Did Liam Neeson get a call? What the hell?
Well, I wish he would have. He'd be like, he's like, I have a special set of skills.
The ice cream truck looks so nice with the white out windows and everything. You couldn't resist. So
Free candy, you say?
He loved the music from the.
It was off of a rural road, just for the record. You actually had to drive out of your way to get there. That's how.
So no one heard you scream. Okay.
Not a thing, dude. Fucking hate you all.
So
Eat
this
shit.
is actually back in the day when you actually had to go to find prawn out
Yes.
in the wild.
The first one I ever bought was Tori Wilson in Playboy magazine from WWF. Before there was get the F out of here.
God, that
I
would have
didn't,
been the
I
late
didn't have fun
90s,
very
right?
hard. My stepdad used to just
Dude, that
read
was
magazines
like,
all the
that was
time.
like 2002.
Oh God, I'm old.
I had
Jesus.
listen. I had a cool mom when I was like 15. She said, "Well, you like girls? Would you like some subscription to Playboy?" I said, "Yes."
Wow.
And, yeah. Hey, hey, it was.
And joke's on you. She got you Playgirl.
Well, there was that one mistake that one time. We
You didn't
quickly
send it back, though,
rectified
did you?
that. And then my stepdad would on family trips like hand me off like hustlers in the backseat. Don't tell mom. And so hey, I found porn actually found me in the wild.
How big was this car that your mom would have noticed as he's handing
She was
the
in the
hustler behind
bathroom.
him?
No, she was in the bathroom at
Oh.
like at a gas station
Okay.
on family road trips. Like here, and I'm like, oh, hello.
Oh, I was picturing
So-
driving down the road and just like handing magazines.
No.
behind him.
So real quick, we've lost part of the chat and the Admiral. Maybe a little more Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek.
Hey, we're filling up dead space while Samuel gets it fixed. man.
Yeah. Oh, I got it fixed. I just was letting
Oh.
you guys dig that hole.
This is a
Oh,
game.
part of the whole.
Do you expect anything less from us?
Well, given the serious nature of the episode, like I expect a lot of the
We gotta get it out of our system.
It
us
actually is
being
one of
us
the
is
best
gonna-
overall episodes of the entire Star Trek history. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After about the 20-minute mark, the room for jokes we usually find it's going to be narrowed. So
Yeah.
Manual, Captain. Do we maintain this orbit?
This is of great scientific importance, Captain. We're actually passing through ripples in time.
Maintain orbit. Engineer, open the channel to Starfleet Command. Precautionary measures, Lieutenant. Broadcast to Starfleet Command my past week's log entries, starting with the unusual readings we had on the instruments and how they led us here. Inform Starfleet Command that apparently something or someone down on this planet can affect changes in time, causing turbulent waves of space displacement.
This man needs a martini.
Some hard flutter. Better risk a few drops.
Sulu
of
has eye
cortisol.
makeup on.
too bad we only have a shot of LSD.
You sure you want to risk?
Look, Sulu has eye makeup.
Hey.
We should have known back then.
You were about to make a medical comment, Jim. To me, Doctor?
We're driving around most of the time, rebels now, Captain.
Why does Sulu have an erection?
All plotted but one,
That
Captain.
was
Coming up on
not
it now.
what you
Seems to
gave
be
him.
fairly heavy displacement.
See, never self-medicate.
Thank you, physicians. The hypo, Captain.
We're set for codosine.
Empty.
Yeah, about to say
Communications, emergency medical team.
that was a hypo in the gut, dude.
I'm high, bitch.
Yeah, and he took the entire dose. What's interesting about this, because like the hypo sprays that they have are not like hypodermics exactly. Like they don't work quite the same way. But if they were using needles, which Bones considers barbaric, he could have put a cap on that and not stabbed himself with the shit. Just saying.
Always put a cap on it, ladies.
I mean, yeah, that's usually the best idea. Even after you just like use an epinephrine hypo or something like cap your shit.
Well, here's a question though. That stuck Sulu, and then it stuck McCoy.
Can somebody clip that? Cap your shit. That's perfect.
I mean, what? I'm all about medical safety. I don't understand.
And poop.
Never mind.
Anna, would you never mind?
The other
We're
thing
not
is-
gonna make this joke. We're moving on.
Maybe don't point the syringe or hypo spray at your gut. Hold it upright.
Out?
Or something.
I mean, what
Yeah.
kind of doctor does that? He holds it towards him. He's supposed to hold it
That's
out.
like, I'm going to put the knife away. I'm going to put the pointy end towards
least-
my stomach.
At least sanitize it in the martini first, because it touched.
Right.
Touched Sulu.
It was
Wrong
just
talker.
inside Sulu.
Yeah,
You can't get a sanitary inside of Sulu. You don't know where he's been.
we know where.
Good
He's
do.
Lord.
We know where he's been.
Oh, not this Sulu. That's the John Cho Sulu.
Oh, right.
Right.
Yeah, the one who buys kids. Moving on.
Oh,
Bazinga.
Assassins! All right! I'll kill you first!
is this an
Oh,
interesting psychosis he has?
He's like, I can see colors.
You won't get me! First!
I can hear sound.
I really want to know where his psychosis is coming from. Like, what is it rooted in?
Security alert.
I think they say later that this is a common reaction to an overdose of that stuff.
Yeah. That's
So,
why Kirk was saying, like, you have to be very careful with this because it makes people crazy or something.
I think once again we're about to see a complete failure of enterprise security. I mean,
Yeah.
they can't stop a whacked out McCoy from getting to that transporter room.
Now,
Well,
do you guys realize? Go ahead. Sorry.
It kind of acts like an overdose of methamphetamine or something like that, because even in today's world, we use a certain type of methamphetamine to actually to help people. So I'm just, maybe they were kind of alluding to that.
I mean, let me clarify that we use amphetamines. Methamphetamines are another.
Yeah,
word that
amphetamines,
fucking
thank you.
nasty entirely. And I don't know if I'm speaking out of pocket here, but I think I might be the only one on the panel who's actually dabbled in methamphetamines.
I have not. I've not.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't necessarily make you freak out exactly like this, but yeah, after a certain amount of sleep and a certain amount of drugs in your system, you do have episodes like this, or a certain amount of lack of sleep, rather. So anyway, Star Trek.
Outstanding.
I'm high.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
Captain's log, supplemental entry. 2 drops of codrazine can save a man's life.
They show that
100
ship
times
porn
amount
for
has just
Alf.
accidentally been pumped into Dr. McCoy's body. And in strange, wild frenzy, he has fled the ship's bridge. All connecting decks have been placed on alert. We have no way of knowing if the madness is permanent or temporary, or in what direction it will drive McCoy.
Who will get us our martinis?
We're about to witness the return of the judo chop. Double chop.
Oh,
Wait, hit him in the kidney first.
That
Yeah,
was
so he's
awesome.
gonna piss blood later.
He's a doctor. He knows exactly where to strike.
He
He's
did the
also
double.
crazy.
He did the double James Bond chop.
11.
Oh, yeah.
Medical department knows as little as we do.
Now, quick
Doses
question.
approaching
I don't
this,
know
there's
the
some record of
schematics
wild
of
paranoia.
the original 1701. Is there only one transporter room on it?
There should not be, but they.
I think there's
typically-
3, right?
I think so.
In the
There's
schematics, I
at
think
least
there's
2.
3.
There's at least 2. They never really talk about it much, like they do in Next Gen. They say like transporter room 3 is like O'Brien's transporter room. But yeah, I think there's more than one. There should be more than one, but it always seems like it's just the one that breaks down.
So it's, that's what I'm saying. Because man, just send security right there immediately.
Yeah, but
avoid all these problems.
This version of the Enterprise was a lot smaller than the Galaxy class, so they
True,
may have only had one.
They still have over 400 people on board, but
right, but it's a lot more compact. Like the living quarters were a lot smaller than the Galaxy class, so it's just a more compact ship.
But even so, I think Adam's got a point. Like if you had a madman running around and you knew not where he would go, it would be like
you'd secure the shuttle bay. Secure the shuttle bay.
Escape pods.
Secure everything that he could use.
It's just we've had several episodes in a row now where somebody who's a security problem goes right to the transporter room, and they're just. I keep complaining. It's one of my few complaints about the first season here. There always seems to be a weakness.
Redshirts keep dropping the ball.
Hey,
at least lock down the turbo lift.
I got nothing.
That's one thing they do. That's one thing they depict a lot better in TNG is how they can, disable turbo lifts. Send security teams, and they do it in the show. But
yeah, they drop force fields between corridors.
Well, even in TNG, they had on the Next Generation, they had where people would just go into the transport room, go over the console, press like 4 buttons, and be able to use it. You think anything on a ship like that where you could send something away or bring something on would have like a passcode that only people who were allowed to operate it would have automatically or something, like, but constantly that was happening.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Right.
Should have McCoy spouted goatee.
Yeah. No, that's Mirror Universe McCoy.
It's not the Mirror Universe. This is just McCoy high as a kite.
Assassins trying to come after me. And they all look like Sulu. That's why. That's why.
Don't forget
Sulu. So he all thinks they're Sulu. That's it.
Don't forget, in the original story, this was not supposed to be McCoy at all. That's why Harlan Ellison was upset that the story was changed.
Oh, who was it supposed to be?
All right. So I had to go back to remember, but I remember hearing about this when went to cons. The whole thing was it was a crewman who was dealing drugs on the ship. And in the original story, he was sentenced to be executed.
Oh, whoa.
So it's a very
little
dark, different story.
Yeah.
So of course they had to change it, which is why Harlan Ellison got so upset. It's like, you changed the context of my story. And it's like, well, no one's dealing drugs on the Enterprise, and they're certainly not going to execute him.
I mean, this is early in Star Trek, but that's pretty clear. There would be no drugs on the Enterprise.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, Harlan Ellison was a very different writer. He wasn't on the same mindset where Roddenberry was. It was like an idyllic future.
Yeah, you know where I could see where he's coming from with that though. Like I've been reading very slowly because it's not as good as the first couple books, but the third book in the Expanse series, and there is a guy who gets spaced for dealing, aftermarket stims to crewmen because they're not sleeping, they're sloppy, shit's going bad, and all that. And by dealing drugs to people who need to be on top of their game, right? Otherwise, the ship doesn't survive. He is a clear and present danger to the ship. So the chief of security takes matters into his own hands, and he saves the ship by putting the guy out in airlock.
But the Void is a lot different than Star Trek. I mean, just in the way they handle stuff.
No, that is true, but I could absolutely see where Harlan Ellison was going with that, like, because if you did have a drug dealer aboard the Enterprise, he would be a clear and present danger.
But there wouldn't be that because in Roddenberry's universe, people are not Federation people generally are not using drugs. I mean, in the Next Generation episode, remember that one where Wesley asks about why would people use drugs, And Yar's like, well, this is enjoyable for some people, and it's different from us. Now, mind you, when you get to Star Trek Picard, Raffi's an addict, because that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it does kind of make sense that Raffi is an addict, but
oh, that's racist. Wow.
Yes, it is. Moving on.
By the library record tapes, Captain. Subjects failed to recognize acquaintances, became hysterically convinced that they were in mortal danger and were seeking escape at any cost. Extremely dangerous to himself or to anyone else who might.
Nope, that is the wrong button.
Bridge, security, alert, alert.
Bridge here, go ahead.
Security, 054, sir. We just found a transporter chief injured. Captain, Dr. McCoy has beamed himself down to the planet.
And the transporter at that time, Captain, was focused on the center of the time disturbance.
So whatever's down there, McCoy's in the heart of it. Set up a landing party. Let's go get him. Kirk out.
And he takes the entire senior staff down there now.
Well, that's what you do.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of your pals, nameless red shirts.
Yeah, but the only one left up there of seniority is Sulu, and he just got,
yeah,
pumped full of that shit.
These ruins extend to the horizon. Begin recording.
Recording, sir.
And of considerable age, on the order of 10,000 centuries old.
Detail, fan out.
Well, I'm having a good time.
Woo!
Woo! Seems to be pulsating with power of some kind.
That's what she said.
Analysis, please.
Unbelievable, Captain.
That's funny.
This single object is the source of all the time displacement.
Explain.
I can't. For this to do what it does is impossible by any science I understand.
Kind of looks like a big metallic core sample.
It is operating even now. Putting out waves and waves of time displacement, which we picked up millions of miles away.
Landing party to Enterprise. No sign of Dr. McCoy. Search progressing.
That's weird. She's got a belt on. How did you not see him behind that rock?
Right.
Incredible power.
Hey,
He's just like,
Zoop. Can't be a
crazy
machine as
makes
we
the
understand
stealthy.
mechanics.
And what is it?
A question.
it speaks.
Since before your sun burned hot in space, and before your race was born, I have awaited a question.
That's a long time.
That they kind of
Boxers or briefs.
don't ever really right. They don't ever really tell you in explicit terms exactly what the Guardian of Forever is. They just say, "Oh, it's beyond your ability to understand because you're still primitive," kind of thing. And I don't think they ever really revisit that, which is which is a shame because it's an interesting concept.
The Guardian does come back. I believe in Discovery.
Oh,
No,
why
it
would you
doesn't
mention
count.
that?
Oh, Discovery, yeah. Then the
That doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
I will say this: this being as iconic of an episode as it is, they do have a mission in Star Trek Online that revisits this story.
They do, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Star Trek Online's got all kinds of fun stuff that ties directly into specific episodes. And for example, there's an entire quest line that goes on forever where you're basically cleaning up Janeway's mess.
Well, she did cause chaos.
She did, actually. That whole quadrant is still in chaos by the time you get to it.
And unfortunately, there are some mission arcs that involve Discovery, but you are not required to do those at all.
They're really not canon, let's be honest.
Yeah.
They get some of the later stuff gets really stupid.
But Janeway screwing over one civilization after another, that's canon.
Yeah.
She wrecked the entire Delta Quadrant.
Well, there's a bit, one of the more recent ones that I played anyway. This was last year because Alf, unfortunately talked me into getting back into it. I'm gonna blame you for that till the day I die,
it's
my
my
brother.
fault.
Anyhow, where they bring V'ger back because
Really?
the Mirror Universe V'ger, Seeker or Conqueror, right, has merged with Mirror Universe Wesley, who is, psychotic,
Oh,
and he is the
wow.
head of the Terran Empire and all this shit. And so they have to bring V'ger back. And in order to make all this shit work, Janeway gets fucking Mirror Universe Janeway makes herself a fucking Borg.
Yeah, the later mission arcs in that game are kind of goofy.
Yeah,
the early ones are good because early ones all they do is just revisit earlier episodes of the shows, but later on they get kind of kooky.
How long has that game been out?
Since 2009.
Yeah, usually a decade. Yeah,
2009.
Oh my god, I think that's the last time I played it.
Yeah, we were gonna play together as a crew, so we didn't have to play alone.
Unfortunately, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not crossplay.
It's not.
Wait,
Really? Holy crap!
You've been playing. Which one have you been playing? The Star Trek game that came out a couple of months ago.
Oh, the one that Adam was playing.
Yeah, that's a strategy game.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah,
not the Resurgence one.
No, the Infinite it's a 4-player strategy game, and it could be up to 4 players. You can play it online or play it solo. But now that we mentioned it, Ariel's gonna start yelling at me.
Right. Well, I might start yelling at you, dude, because you keep ignoring my advice too. Fucking nuke Cardassia Prime, and you'll have no problems. That's all I'm saying.
The game doesn't let you. I've conquered it repeatedly. It doesn't let you. You think I don't want to nuke the spoonheads into nothing? Come on.
Wow.
There are belligerent bitches in that game, man. Do nothing and they attack me.
It's Cardassians.
That's what they do.
So before we get rolling again, Captain, did you have any thoughts on the Guardian itself? Because we just gotten to the point where it's begun to speak.
Nope. I was on the bucket shitting. So
thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, watch the episode though, right?
Nope. Didn't get a chance to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he did that already.
Wah.
Yeah, well, the Guardian's a great big donut hole that talks.
Well,
like the captain.
Hey, now I heard hole, so now he's interested.
Yeah. They're talking to it right now.
What are you? I am the Guardian of Forever.
Are you machine or being?
I am both, and neither. I am my own beginning, my own ending.
I see no reason for answers to be couched in riddles.
My answer is simply as your level of understanding makes possible.
Real thorough, Redshirts.
Hey, you know what? My people aren't perfect. Listen. What's our motivation to go out there and get killed all the time? Right? Come on.
Yeah.
Because it's better than staying back on the ship with Captain Ryan.
Captain Sulu's in charge right now. We don't want to be up there either. Yeah, it's a lot of problems. Leave my people alone.
As correct as possible for you. Your science knowledge is obviously primitive.
Really?
Can I actually quickly interject? So this actually, of course, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was a movie that came out. They had the space portal, right? They had the ice portal that actually took them to the supercomputer that knew everything. I feel like that story took that ice portal and the being that knew everything, and they combined them. I'm sorry, they separated them. So that's kind of interesting. So seeing the ring talk, the space butthole talk, is kind of what I actually got from that.
We haven't called it. You're the only person who called it a space butthole.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Redshirt?
None of us called it a space butthole.
He'll stuff you in the space butthole if you keep that up, Adam.
He already has.
Anyhow,
No!
Ryan, you do bring up an interesting point. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, for those of you who don't know, although I think most of you probably do, was actually a series of 5 novels and a short story that then became a radio play and television series, and several different movie versions and comic books, that kind of thing, which were all written after this episode. But not
yes,
a
they
whole
were.
terribly longer after. And Douglas Adams, the author, did take a lot of stuff from existing science fiction at the time and turned it on its head and made it goofy and stupid.
But it was also something, though, that was actually celebrated by many people. And of course, Ariel says 42.
It's the answer to the question.
The question. What is
Yeah,
the
the
meaning of
ultimate
life?
question.
It's
also
42.
Might be how many times?
The problem
And
is they don't
Beard
know what
Libby
the
said,
answer is.
who isn't interested in a space butthole? I gotta be honest, I'm not
Adam?
really.
You literally have a circle behind you with space.
That's a
And
porthole, woman.
Taylor Swift, who is a butt.
That's sure it is.
What is up, MK Ultra? Oh my God. What's up, y'all? Been a minute. Oh no.
Hey, MK.
Oh, MK Ultra.
This is the time MK returns on this disaster that we're doing right now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Anna, Taylor, she's standing in front of a porthole. Like, you don't have to empty the bucket anymore. Like, what are you complaining about, Admiral?
I'm not complaining at all.
Bum, bum,
But
bum.
you're talking about space buttholes. And
I said it looked like. It looked like.
I'm gonna
you-
choke. So
Please don't choke.
It's a smell. Jesus.
Ironically, I actually think you're a decent human being. It's the smell, right? No, it's not. What?
So, Star Trek.
Yes, please, Star Trek.
Hey,
Fucking
I didn't
Christ.
bring up space buttholes.
Space hemorrhoids.
A gateway to your own past, if you wish.
Talk about Dermy now.
Okay.
Terpies.
It's everywhere.
Brown holes in space.
Killers! I won't let you get me. I'll kill you first.
Come on, boys, get him. Hold him.
Kill the red shirts. Kill them. Sorry.
It was Scotty and 2 red shirts. All right, we had the captain of the red shirts there. We were fine.
Sorry. I was rooting for the wrong team.
If that is a doorway back through time, could we somehow take Bones back a day in time, then
Relive the accident. This time be certain that the hypo accident is avoided.
If space had a smell.
Jesus.
Look at the speed with which the centuries are passing, Captain. To step through on precisely the day we wish.
Guardian, can you change the speed at which yesterday passes?
I was made to offer the past in this manner.
This is actually a good question from Ariel. Didn't TNG kind of have a doorway of time as well? Yes, but that was technology left behind by the Iconians, I believe.
That wasn't Time Way. That was just portals. That was
It
like
was different
transporter
locations.
portals. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, it was just locations.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a good episode.
But it was the Iconians.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct, sir.
Yeah, who were technically an extinct civilization long gone before any of the civilizations that we currently know had even arisen.
How did they find out their names was Iconia?
Because they left their mark all over everywhere.
Oh, okay.
What heinous things Captain Ryan would do if he had doorways into wherever he wanted.
And again, I'll
No.
mention in Star Trek Online, one of the better arcs of Star Trek Online is they address the Iconians and revisit their history.
Yeah,
And
it's
you get
actually
more,
say
and they
Hail-
come back.
yeah, you get more
MK
information on
Ultra
the
says,
Iconians.
"Hail, Anna's Game Lab. Nice to meet you." Now
Nice to
talk
meet you
shit.
too. Sorry, I just got I was choking up from the smell. I'm back now.
You got to get Taylor on her job. Taylor's just not doing her job.
Mm.
But yeah,
Star
Ariel,
Trek.
there is a concept that's not too dissimilar, except they're right. It's not time; it's space. Sort of like Stargates, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot change.
Strangely compelling, isn't it? To step through there and
It's like
lose
really
oneself in
stupid.
another world.
The man's a menace.
I'm a fool. A tricorder is capable of recording even at this speed. I've missed taping centuries of living history which no man before has ever...
Dr. McCoy! Bones, no!
Never leap into the space butthole.
Good advice overall.
The red shirts would know.
Yep.
What was?
Captain, I've lost contact with the ship. I was talking to them. Suddenly it went dead. No static, just nothing.
Kirk to Enterprise. Scotty.
Not for nothing, but Nichelle Nichols' legs look great.
I'm not looking at her legs.
Pervert.
Not wrong with the communicator, sir.
Your vessel, your beginning. All that you knew is gone.
Welcome to the show.
So, do they kind of not explain it that they survived this because they're just in proximity to the Guardian?
I think it's a time bubble.
They don't outright say that, but it is implied. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I don't know if it's directly implied so much as the fact that the Enterprise, Earth, all that stuff, as far as I can tell, isn't there anymore. What all the stuff that they knew isn't there, but they are. So it's just kind of implied that they are.
Oh,
Where'd the captain go?
what happened?
Well, when the bucket gets stuck,
I don't know. He might have had he was having some internet issues, or I know earlier in the week it might have cut out on him or something.
Maybe the space butthole opened and there was no force field to stop it.
Oh dear.
You just got sucked out or sucked in.
That's a shame.
It happens.
It does.
Well, actually,
but yeah,
on our previous show, he was having issues with he was getting like electrocuted by his headphones or something. So hopefully he's okay.
Shit.
I
Yeah.
thought you had to pay
I
for
hope
that.
He's all right. Yeah, it's not fun when it happens and you didn't intend it.
Yeah.
yeah, there's no safe word for that.
Hey, if it's free, I mean, usually you pay at least double. He could have gone to that swingers bar for all we know. Who knows?
You know, this makes me want to bring up a subject that got brought up on my Friday show that I really don't want to think about. So I'm going to move past this. It involves button batteries and urethras.
Oh,
God.
I don't
but
want
you
to play
went
that
there
game.
anyways.
I do
I
not want to
did.
play that game.
But not in detail. Be grateful.
That was enough detail for
Somehow
me.
changed history.
You mean we're stranded down here?
With no past, no future.
Captain, I'm frightened.
Earth's not there. At least not the Earth we know. We're totally alone.
It is a frightening prospect.
Log, no stardate. For us, time does not exist. McCoy, back somewhere in the past, has affected a change in the course of time. All Earth history has been changed.
Good job, Alf.
There is no Starship Enterprise.
Hey, I do what I
We have
gotta
only
do.
one chance. We have asked the Guardian to show us Earth's history again. Spock and I will go back into time ourselves and attempt to set right whatever it was that McCoy changed.
I was recording
I went
images at the
back
time
and
McCoy
killed
left.
Taylor Swift.
Rather barb.
Ironically, they're playing Scott Bakula.
Kenzo, if you're in the chat,
It
needs to happen, buddy.
I haven't seen any memes yet today.
We've decided she's no longer Taylor Swift. She's Swiftler.
Swiftler, yeah. Unfortunate. She gets her V2 rocket going, and we're all screwed. That's a history joke. Aha.
Barrack period in your American history. I believe I can approximate just when to jump. Perhaps within a month of the correct time. A week, if we're fortunate.
Make sure we arrive before McCoy got there. It's vital we stop him before he does whatever it was that changed all history. Guardian, if we are successful,
Then you will be returned. It will be as though none of you had gone.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fart you right back out.
Captain,
That'd be funny if the
Seems
space butthole makes a fart
even if
noise
you're
when
able to
people
find
come out
the
of
right
it.
date.
Then even finding McCoy would be a miracle.
But it's in space. Do you hear a fart?
Well, they're on a planet with oxygen.
I guess.
Scotty,
You sound disappointed.
you think you've waited long enough?
MK Ultra says Kirk would go back, somehow end up in the Super Bowl and win Swift over and save the day. It would have been an amazing episode. Spock is water boy.
Imagine. Well, then would Kirk normalize her then, in terms of like not make her crazy?
Wait, you think she's crazy? Are you insane? She's perfect as she is. We all know this.
Have you been hanging out with Kenzo?
I don't know what I just drank.
Well, if it tasted like mint julep, it wasn't.
You drank.
Oh,
You took whatever Bones took.
Oh shit! Damn assassins!
Yeah.
Tranya.
Tranya.
Wow. Thank you, Ariel. All right.
Each of you will have to try it, even if you fail. At least you'll be alive in some.
Everybody
past world.
tries out the space butthole.
Aye.
Seconds now, sir. Stand by.
Hey, we're about to get serious here. I gotta keep these going until we're done.
Happiness at least, sir.
And now.
Look, we're on the Paramount backlot.
That was a pretty good use of stock footage too, the way that they framed that in the Guardian.
I've seen old photographs of this period. An economic upheaval had occurred.
It was called Depression, circa 1930. Quite barbaric.
Oh God!
My ears.
We seem to be costumed a little out of step with the time.
I'm afraid I'm going to be difficult to explain in any case, Captain.
Well,
You didn't
Mr.
think
Spock,
about that
if
before
we
jumping
can't
through?
disguise you, we'll find some way of explaining it.
That should prove interesting.
It does. It does prove interesting.
Oh God! I just remembered the line.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
Look out, will you? Why don't you watch where you're going?
Double dumbass.
Double
on you?
dumbass.
Yeah.
Double dumbass. We're thinking at the same time. Colorful metaphors.
That,
Hey,
Captain?
Yeah, Ariel, it's just
Well,
Kirk and
we'll
Spock that have to go
steal
back.
from the
yeah.
rich and give back to the poor later.
Yeah, like 500 years later. You know, what's funny about him saying steal from the rich, too, is just like grabbing clothes off of somebody's balcony during the Great Depression was
Stealing from the
probably
poor.
being- right?
No, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
think I'm going to like this century. Simple, easier to manage. We're not going to have any difficulty explaining. Well, you're a police officer. I recognize the traditional accoutrements.
Hey, listen, you're doing a better job than my security does right now.
He was saying you'll have no trouble explaining it.
My friend is obviously Chinese.
Oh, Jesus.
I see you've noticed the ears. They're actually easy to explain.
Perhaps the unfortunate accident I had as a child.
The unfortunate accident he had as a child. He caught his head in a mechanical
What?
rice picker.
Yep.
But fortunately, there was an American missionary living close
This is
by
so
who was
fucked up.
actually a skilled plastic surgeon in civilian life.
All right.
I mean, all right, hold on a second. This is supposed to be. Go ahead, Al. Go ahead, Al.
Kirk's like, I've researched all the racism.
And I like this. This is. They're trying to
The
say it's
racism.
either. They're trying to say it's either 1930s or someone like that. Plastic
Mhm.
surgery doesn't exist yet, does it?
Not in the sense that he's talking. No.
No. Whoops.
He's gotten that's a common misconception too among even among modern historians. When you're talking about centuries past, we tend to think of the century as a set time period, like nothing changes in that century.
Yeah.
Right. So like you talk about well, in the case of the 13th century, that's true. Nothing fucking happened but the Black Plague. But if you pick a random century, right, like from say 1600 to 1700, right, a lot of shit occurred in that period of time. But when we look back and we think, the 17th century, we just kind of lump it all together. And I think that's what Kirk is doing here with the 20th century.
Well, oddly enough,
Go ahead.
I just checked. Plastic surgery existed a long time ago. There was like, I'm just reading quickly Wikipedia and stuff. There's like in the 1800s, there was a plastic surgeon who performed a cleft palate operation. So it existed for centuries.
Not exactly in the form that we have it today. But
Not today, but
And
like
I don't think in the form that Kirk was thinking, though. That's my thing, though.
Well, one thing
But I
that
stand
they
corrected.
don't,
I stand corrected.
one thing that they don't account for is language. I mean, granted, do they have the translators at this point?
they do have a universal translator, but when
I know
we
in
see
TNG it's
it,
built into their badge, but I don't
Right.
remember what it is here.
it looks like a stick. It basically looks like a lightsaber.
Okay, so as English stands today, if you went back 500 years, you probably would not be able to talk to people speaking English back then because it was more Middle English. It was different.
Mhm.
You barely understand them. So 500 years from now, is it going to be much different? Is the language going to change so much that people won't understand how we talk today?
That's the age-old question about science
Mhm.
fiction, like writing, though, too, Alf. They take Stargate, for example. One of the reasons that one of the questions that came up quite a bit for the producers was, why does everybody speak English on every planet they go to? And it's just like, well, we could either spend, because they didn't have universal translator technology. So it's
Right.
like we could either spend 45 minutes having Daniel Jackson try to figure out what the hell they're talking about, or we could get on with the story.
Yeah, or just
Right.
shut up and let us tell a good story.
And that's the great thing about TNG is they come up with that idea with the translators built into their badge, and it automatically translates for them.
And there's that great episode in DS9 where they go back in time where Quark and
To Roswell.
yeah, to Roswell, and all their
Mm-hmm.
all their translators are working for them, and then we go to the human side, and all we hear is Bajoran, and we hear Ferengi being shouted at each other, and
Mhm.
it's a really interesting moment. Realize, wow, okay, the universal translators really are something that works, and there's a great moment of showing us how it sounds when they're not working.
But if you saw if you saw universal translators, practically speaking, when the person would be talking, it'd be like old Japanese dubbed over to English. Their mouth
True.
would be moving in a different direction, but they'd be saying English words or something.
But another thing that's interesting that I found just watching a lot of Star Trek compared to like new Trek now is in like TNG onward, it always felt like there was a different style than modern day. Like they didn't use slang like we use today, but in the current version of Trek, they use normal, everyday American slang like it's commonplace. Like they're now in the 32nd century in Discovery, but all the characters are talking like someone talks here today.
Yeah,
It's off-putting.
That's over 1,000 years in the future. English would have evolved and changed.
I mean, the
Well,
whole
it
thing about
likely wouldn't even
cursing.
be English anymore.
It may not even be recognizable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Shakespeare and Chaucer and us modern folks wouldn't understand each other. That's true because, you know, I mean, if you look at Shakespeare, like a lot of his stuff was sort of cleaned up, but it was still made available to the common man. I mean, that's who he showed most of his plays to. So, you know, that was a lot closer to the way people actually spoke at that time, you know, slang and all. So if you went back and, you know, tried to fit in, you'd be way out of place with our modern terminology and diction. And
same. It is a fictional show and not a documentary. So
right.
Yeah.
Fall there. Come on.
Oh, how careless of your wife to let you go out that way.
What? Oh, yes, it's quite untidy here. Let me help you.
Did it make it look like he was smelling his finger?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Run, bitch, run.
Is it supposed to be New York?
They're
Yeah.
very.
Yep.
I think so.
Kind of looks like a.
Yep.
Oh my God, Cap. You're back. I was so worried. I thought you got electrocuted.
Kind of. No, I joke.
Oh, don't joke about things like that. What is wrong with you?
Well, sorry. No, it was an.
What the fuck, dude? I was really worried.
Okay, it wasn't the thing that happened earlier. Sorry.
No. So what
Seriously,
did happen?
I actually had internet issues with the connectivity, so I got all of your messages, you know, at the last minute. So, no, my brain is not shot any more than it already is. For those of you that don't know, there was a surge or something like that. My mic cut out and it shocked me in my ear.
Yeah, it was bad. I didn't like that.
Sorry, I didn't.
Or that's the story he told us. Actually, was a malfunction with his vibrator.
Nope. Just what I said, dude. I'm actually not going to make a joke about that one, to be honest.
Okay, well, as long as you're safe and you're good and you're alive,
I'm fine.
Thank you.
I don't want to interrupt you. I'll get back to the episode. I'm just here hanging out.
Speaking of hanging out,
You were actually enjoying my predicament back there. At times, you seem quite human.
Captain, I hardly believe that insults are within your prerogative as my commanding officer.
Sorry. Time we face the unpleasant facts.
First, I believe we have about a week before McCoy arrives, but we can't be certain.
Arrives where? Honolulu, Boise, San Diego? Why not Outer Mongolia, for that matter?
There's a theory. There could be some logic to the belief that time is fluid.
Is he wearing jeans?
Mhm. Yep.
In 1930s.
They had jeans.
They had jeans.
They did? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, they did.
Might sleep us there too.
I want to say jeans were
That is true,
invented
Captain.
turn of the
We have no
century.
hope.
Like
pretty
older
close
than
too.
that.
Yeah, and denim's been around for a while. It was used a lot as like, you know, you use them for like aprons and shit like that long before it was.
It
made
seems
into
like in
pants.
the mid 1800s.
Yeah, that's when Levi's started. That's what the name is, like 1858 or something, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, just prior to the Civil War.
I just looked it up. Denim initially gained popularity in 1873.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you can't have your you can't always just have assless chaps. You got to have something to cushion the butt with.
Yeah, sometimes it's cold out.
Well, and you could build up calluses on that saddle. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's also
Just
with the rash. You get like if you don't have proper like with your. Okay, no, I'm not going to get into that. But you need to
Anna,
going down a rabbit hole.
We're going to dark
I can
places
keep going
here,
down
folks.
this highway, or I could turn off. Turn off now.
Yeah.
She knows porn and rashes.
Locked in here is the exact place and moment.
I guess those go hand in hand, don't
The
they?
images of what he did. Only I could tie this tricorder in with the ship's computers for just a few moments.
Couldn't you build some form of computer aid here?
In this zinc-plated, vacuum-tubed culture.
Yes, well, it would pose an extremely complex problem in logic, Mr. Spock.
Spock does get kind of frustrated and annoyed and sarcastic in this episode.
Excuse me. I sometimes expect
Well,
too
he's
much of
basically being relied upon to do everything while Kirk literally fucks around.
Yeah.
Excuse us, miss. We didn't mean to trespass. It's cold outside.
A lie is a very poor way to
Getting
say
warm
hello.
in here.
It isn't that cold.
No.
She looks a little bit like my friend
We were
Amira.
being chased by a policeman.
Why?
Oh, look, it's Tim Pool Spock.
These clothes.
He has a beanie on?
Mm-hmm.
We stole them.
He does.
We didn't have any money.
Oh, we gotta be careful of getting a
I could do with
blockage
some
warning.
help around here. Doing
Uh-oh.
dishes, sweeping, general cleaning.
At what rate of payment? I need radio tubes and so forth. My hobby.
15 cents an hour for 10 hours a day. What are your names?
Mine's Jim Kirk. His is
Tim Pool Spock.
Spock.
Way to
I need
stay
this
undercover, dudes.
I mean, yeah, I'm
Well, you can
thinking,
start by cleaning up
dude,
that
make something
Excuse me,
up.
miss.
Yeah.
Don't make the timeline any worse. This is why they call him. That's why they say the man is
Where
a
are we?
menace.
No, oh,
You're in the
the,
21st Street.
what is it? The not the Time Authority. Was it in DS9?
Yeah, it was the I forget the name.
Oh, the temporal prime directive.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Temporal
Guys,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call him, a menace.
Temporal Investigations.
Yeah, Kirk, you just don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Jim Kirk.
Yeah,
If
it's
I
easy
remember
to come up
correctly-
with a name on the top of it. Tim,
Yeah.
Steve, Paul, anything like
And
no,
this
Spock.
is Spook.
He came up with the
Yeah.
mechanical rice picker, but he couldn't say Bob Smith.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
he
or
ran
Ching
he
Ling or
ran out
whatever.
of he ran out of racist things to say.
If I
He still
remember
calls
correctly,
himself-
the
You can say
temporal
he's-
prime directive, Kirk is actually the reason that exists.
Exactly. I mean, he can still calls Jim, but don't say Kirk. Say hi, I'm Jim Bob or Jim Dibby and whatever. Make something up.
Well, at least it sounds normal. I mean, Spock does not. I mean, except for Benjamin Spock, but it wasn't that common.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
man
David, I
was a
think so, too.
menace.
Well, he's always jumping about the time and fucking shit up, leaving.
Mission.
He's flirting with
You,
becoming his own grandfather right here. God damn
Yeah, I
it.
do, Mr.
I don't think anybody's explained the
Very good.
grandfather paradox to Kirk at all.
So, I approve of hobbies, Mr. Spock.
You too can be a smelly hobo.
Good evening.
Coleman Lantern.
You'll be sorry. Why? You expect to eat for free or something? You gotta listen to Goody Two Shoes.
And now, as I'm sure that somebody out there has said, it's time to pay for the soup.
Not that she's a bad-looking broad, but if she really wanted to help out a fella in need.
Shut up.
Broad.
Shut up.
That was dirty. Ariel Ballet, they may very well be, but it's
not
a
there yet.
similar time period. So it wouldn't make sense for them to reuse that that
Yeah.
costuming there.
Gotta save that money.
Mhm.
I want to hear what she has to say.
Yes, of course, Captain.
Now, let's start by getting one thing straight.
Yeah,
I'm not a
Spock's been in
do-gooder.
this situation plenty of
If
times.
you're a bum, if you can't break off with a booze or whatever it is that makes you a bad risk, then get out. Now, I don't pretend to tell you how to find happiness in love when every day is just a struggle to survive. But I do insist that you do survive, because the days and the years ahead are worth living for. One day soon, man is going to be able to harness incredible energies, maybe even the atom. Energies that could ultimately hurl us to other worlds in some sort of spaceship. And the men that reach out into space will be able to find ways to feed the hungry millions of the world and to
It's
cure
funny.
their diseases.
Funny she says that
They will be
because
able to find a
man
way to give each
harnesses the
man
atom
hope.
not that long after this time period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it's not long after that they take off for the moon.
Yeah. In real time, they'd been like, "Yeah, crazy lady, what the fuck she saying?"
I'm trying to eat my bread, lady. Shut up.
Well, this is like
Sure, we will.
1930, and so if the moon landing happened in 1969, you're only talking like 39 years before
Yeah.
all that has come to pass. That's not that long at all.
Only 15 years until the nukes were dropped.
Yep.
Yep.
And a common future. And those are the days worth living for. Our deserts will bloom.
Development of atomic power is years away. Space flight years after that.
Now, it won't be
Speculation.
tomorrow or the
Gifted
day
insight.
after, but it will come.
I find her most uncommon, Mr. Spock.
Prepare for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Get
Spock,
ready.
Spock knows what that means.
Oh God, the captain's getting horny
Here
again.
comes Rapey Kirk.
And Spock's just sitting there rolling his eyes. Not again.
It's like basically, it's like Captain. It's like Jim, we're in the past. I can't clean up your messes in the past. Okay.
Our Starfleet
This is less
NDAs do
rapey
not
Kirk
work
and
here.
more romance Kirk, but yes.
I know. I just had to. I wanted to say Rapey Kirk.
Of course,
Did it just give you a tinkle to say that?
Oh, actually, this is interesting. There's a scene coming up. I just saw that where we actually have the language issue come up.
Indeed.
Kirk, you are uncommon workman. That basement looks like it's been scrubbed and polished.
Then we can report back for other work.
Yes, 7 o'clock in the morning. Do you have a flop for the night?
What?
You really are new at this, aren't you? A flop is a place to sleep.
Oh.
Well, there's a vacant room at the place where I live for $2 a week. If you want to, I'll take you there.
Yeah, that's trusting. Bringing home dudes you just hired out of your basement to your apartment building.
But they're very clean.
Yeah.
We
He's
have
wearing
a
a
flop.
beanie.
We have a what, Captain?
A place to sleep.
At some point,
Might have said so.
Spock's going to start talking about Civil War.
Yeah, Spock pool.
Yeah.
I don't need your Civil War.
Are you seriously doing Axl Rose right now?
My Axl Rose is terrible. I admit that.
It is.
Because if I
It's
try to
among
do
the
it-
worst I've ever heard.
If I try to do it any other way, my voice will crack. So I have to like change my entire voice to try and make it happen. And it's always terrible. I'm not going to pretend I can do an Axl.
JV, hello. Hi, JV. Hi.
Hey, JV. Less so about that. I mean, yeah, a little
Space
bit, 'cause,
Butthole did come up.
Yeah,
Space
that was
Butthole
a little
did
while
come up.
ago.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Welcome to the show, though. Why not just let them sleep in the basement? That's a good question. That would have been my first thought too, given that it is a mission, and it's not like they don't already know how to break in.
Then
And
lock
they
them in
cleaned
there.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just give them a bucket and they'll be fine.
Or a sink.
Just like all the hobos. Sure.
Oh my.
It's like Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory.
Kirk goes back in time and invents OnlyFans.
Captain, I must have some platinum.
Oh, okay.
Small block.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's easy to
down to the-
find.
Go down
Kirk's
to the
like,
local
what the
store.
fuck?
Look, yeah, I love that. It's like, are you kidding me?
There to be
Are you
used as a
high?
duodynamic field core.
Mr. Spock, I've brought you some assorted vegetables, bologna and a hard roll for myself, and I've spent the other 9/10 of our combined salaries for the last 3 days on filling this order for you. Mr. Spock, this bag does not contain platinum, silver, or gold, nor is it likely to in the near future.
Captain, you're asking me to work with equipment which is hardly very far ahead of stone knives and bearskins.
McCoy will be along in a few days, perhaps sooner. There's no guarantee that these currents in time will bring us together.
There's an interesting parallel here where Spock is talking about exactly how primitive the technology is in the time that he is currently in. Earlier in the episode, the Guardian of Forever told him basically that he was an idiotic primitive too. Yeah, just a nice little parallel there, because he's like, "Oh, these guys are so backwards." It's like, you're not recalling like a couple of days ago, this big space rock basically said the same thing to you, right?
Yeah, you got put in your place by a space rock.
Yeah,
happens.
Not even geode from the Star Wars series.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Geode is what came out of the space butthole.
Hey everyone, I'm sorry I got to do this. I got to go pick up my son, but I hate doing this, but he's at basketball practice. I got to go get him.
Good seeing you, Doc.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the door's open. Should you return?
If I get back in time, yeah, I'll jump on. If I don't, the only thing I got is tonight is my game stream. We're having ladies' night again, and we're playing Among Us. So come check it out. It's gonna be crazy.
Nice. Well,
let
thank
the
you for
women
being
destroy
here.
each
Always a
other.
pleasure, Alf.
Yeah, I plan on letting them kill each other, and I'm gonna go hide in a corner or something.
Yep.
All right, later, everyone.
Bye, Alf.
Bye.
All right, see you, Alf. Go if you haven't, go check out Horny Alf's channel. He does a lot of fun game streams. His shorts are hysterical. No, definitely worth checking out.
Devil got home alive. That's all I'm going to say.
Andy's pickle.
Larry, hello. Oh,
He was here. Then he's not even in the back. I don't know. He dropped in and dipped out.
So a white woman got scared.
Isn't that the opposite of what usually happens? Where the white women at?
oh dear.
Now, if you're married, he's like, "Oh crap, can't be seen
Yeah.
anymore."
Yeah, no, he's married to a white woman. That's yeah.
This has to work,
Captain. Captain, in 3 weeks,
Hey, smoking on her.
right, possibly a month, I might reach the first mnemonic memory circuits.
If you can leave right away, I can get you 5 hours work at 22 cents an hour.
It's not what you think.
Is that platinum money?
What on earth is that?
Hi, Larry.
I am endeavoring, ma'am, to construct a mnemonic memory circuit using stone knives and bearskins.
He's so salty about that shit.
And hello, James. Smelly James.
Hey, James.
Is somebody shaving or something? What is that
Oh,
sound?
sweeping.
It's sweeping.
Oh, sweep. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's what you do around the bucket.
Sorry,
Take your
I'm
mop
not
around the
weak.
That's a mop. Yeah.
Oh, so that's why it's not working.
So Spock's a natural safecracker.
Yeah,
Hey,
maybe
those
he should have
ears
thought
can
of
hear
that.
shit, dude.
Could have gone and got some platinum from a jewelry store.
That toolbox was locked with a combination lock, and you opened it like a real pro. Why did you do it?
I needed the fine tools for my radio work. They'd have been returned in the morning.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If Mr. Spock says that he needs the tools and that they'd be returned tomorrow morning, you can bet your reputation on that, Miss Keeler.
Oh, there it is. There's the look.
That's more flirty, Kirk.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
the
it's like,
Kirk-
I'm interested.
That's the Kirk charm.
I still have a few questions I'd like to ask about you two. And don't give me that. Questions about little old us, look. You know as well as I do how out of place you two are around here.
Interesting. Where would you estimate we belong, Miss Keeler?
You? At his side, as if you've always been there and always will. And you belong in another place. I don't know where or how. I'll figure it out eventually.
Iowa. You belong in Iowa.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it.
Finish with the furnace.
Captain. Even when he doesn't say it, he does.
That's true, actually. Like
Which knows too
even
much.
later on during other periods where Spock has to not be so overt about superior officer stuff. Even when he's not saying captain, the way he speaks to Kirk basically says captain. She's absolutely right about that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was an interesting bit of writing.
Beside you. Good night, sweetheart. Still my love will guide you. Dream.
Why does Spock call you Captain? Were you in the war together?
We serve together.
And you, don't want to talk about it? Why? Did you do something wrong? Are you afraid of something? Whatever it is, let me help.
Let me help. 100 years or so from now, I believe, a famous novelist will write a classic using that theme. He'll recommend those 3 words even over I love you.
Centuries from now. Who is he? Where does he come from? Where will he come from?
Silly question. Want to hear a silly answer?
Yes.
That's not a flattering
Planet.
beret.
Circling that far left star in Orion's belt. See?
That's part 2.
How are the stone knives and bearskins?
I may have found our focal point in time.
I think you may also find you have a connection burning someplace.
Yes, I'm overloading those lines. I believe we'll have our answer on this screen, Captain.
Good.
And, Captain, you may find this a bit distressing.
Let's see what you have.
I've slowed down the recording we made from the time vortex.
Before we get on to the more serious bit of this, where was it? There it is. Is it me or does Spock do like 90% of all the work that needs done in like every episode until there's a girl involved for the captain to rizz up? No, that's accurate.
That's accurate.
Everybody has their part to play.
It's kind of like how our ship works. Sam does all the work.
While Ryan sleeps with the buckets.
No, but it is accurate. But when he as the executive officer of the ship, it is his job to execute his captain's orders. So yeah, it kind of comes with the territory.
Yeah.
So
Hi, Penny.
Welcome. This is not just one of your favorite episodes. I think this is probably one of the best episodes they ever did.
February 23rd, 1936. 6 years from now.
Uh-oh. Timeline's in flux.
The president and Edith Keeler conferred for some time today. How bad?
Bad enough.
I got to go burn down another Radio Shack.
President and Edith Keeler.
It would seem unlikely, Jim. A few moments ago, I read a 1930 newspaper article.
We know her future. Within 6 years from now, she'll become very important, nationally famous.
Or, Captain, Edith Keeler will die this year. I saw her obituary. Some sort of traffic accident.
You must be mistaken. They both can't be true.
Captain
And
Edith
yet-
Keeler is the focal point in time we've been looking for. The point in time that both we and Dr. McCoy have been drawn to.
She has two possible futures then. And depending on whether she lives or dies, all of history will be changed. And McCoy
is the random element.
It's interesting how so the whole reason they came back is to find McCoy, but like you get so absorbed into the episode, into the story that they're telling, that you kind of forgot about McCoy until now.
Yeah.
You know, they're just like, oh gosh. I mean, you know why they're back there. You know what they're attempting to do, but they get so involved in, or rather, Kirk does, in life in that time. You know, with Edith Keeler, that I dare say he forgot momentarily about McCoy as well. Just an observation.
in his condition, what does he do? Does he kill her?
Or perhaps he prevents her from being killed. We don't know which.
Get this thing fixed. We must find out before McCoy arrives.
Captain, suppose we discover that in order to set things straight again, Edith Keeler must die.
So this is probably one of the most well done early Star Trek moral conundrums.
Yeah.
You know, like
So
she dies.
It's very personal too. That's the real moral conundrum. I mean, we've seen like starting a war, stopping a war, that sort of thing. But this is like Kirk is weighing something, his emotions against what he knows is right, what has to be done.
Kirk's just trying to figure out if he can nail her before she dies.
How am I going to pull this
Well,
off?
it was the 1930s, so I don't know.
I better get in there first.
But as this goes, it's like, yeah, the personal touch really adds to that, to the thing, like you're saying, Duke Devil. It's because if history is altered, right, while it won't be a personal thing for him necessarily, it does alter the entire future, and it does sign off on the deaths of like however many millions or billions of people. And I mean, it's a whole thing. Not to get too far ahead of it, but I think that this was written extraordinarily well, not just for the 60s, but I'd say for probably any era of television.
It's what good science fiction does.
Mhm.
Well-written science fiction, rather.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a horse's ass.
We love those.
It's dirty.
See you later, Bill Beard. Thanks for being here. This dirty bastard went and stole that dude's milk.
That was great how he just glided.
Murderers! Assassins!
What's with all the splotching on the face? I don't understand how that happened.
You!
It's probably part of the reaction to the drug, would be my guess.
So Kenzo dropped a whole bunch of memes. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna give those when the people ready.
Well, we just dropped the milk. Might as well drop the memes.
All right.
For reference, there's the milk. It's all spilled. All down here.
All right. First up, we have this one's odd. Genzo, you freak.
See you later, JB. Thanks for being here.
See you, Joker.
This fool.
Got it. There you go.
Yep.
No, I don't like this. Is what I come back in the room to? No.
Oh wow.
I mean, not only is it all kinds of wrong, he still dropped Dermy in there. This is sickness.
As a redhead.
Look, it's important you take care of yourself as you get closer to middle age, though. That's good. It's another PSA right here.
And at least you're ripped. Come on.
Yeah.
He's about to have his pants ripped.
I don't like that content. I don't like that it's like it's one of the content smiles. I would not be happy about this.
Yeah, you look at peace. You really look pretty peaceful.
I'm not at peace. There's all kinds
Must
of
be a good
rules.
massage.
Listen, all kinds of regulations being broken here. Not
really. No, it's not.
War crime.
Is this AI? Is this an AI image?
No.
Yeah, it is.
That's gotta be AI.
It's a combination because that's not a traditional uniform. It's a dermatitis uniform.
I mean, obviously, you guys don't actually look like that in real life.
No, unfortunately, no. I'm not in that good of shape.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Were you questioning about this?
You know, I could somehow find at least some level of acceptance because this clone may happen to be going that way, but it's the dermy thing. Always the dermy face.
I think Dermy actually has 6 fingers.
Oh my God, you're right.
Wow. You know, they're in space.
For extra massaging.
Hey, you know what? It's a dermy mutant. So
No, it's 5. It's 5.
Okay,
No,
is
it's
it?
5.
I'm looking at the dermy hand. Look at that dermy
Yes.
hand. Look at that man
that's
hand
fine.
on the dermy.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a
Counting
thumb.
Dermy's
that a
hands
thumb?
on
Okay, that could
Adam's
be- you're right,
back.
it could be a
That's not what we're
thumb. Oh, it's
doing.
Leave
We
it to
are
Archie to
happy
point out this.
that Adam and Ryan are
Here we
ripped.
got
Okay?
All right,
the
that's
next
all right.
one.
That's another clone
is-
gone. That's another clone gone.
Why?
You
couldn't
don't
enjoy
know.
yourself?
You don't know what happened to that
Oh
dumbass.
Lord.
That
This is
clone-
like the Prestige, where they keep killing all the clones.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's not Anna wearing the bikini. That is not.
Kenzo. You're
Because
evil.
Adna's an admiral and she doesn't wear bikinis.
That's not even,
No, that's
At least
Dermy.
on the ship.
that's
Dermy.
Yeah, it's Dermy.
That's Dermy.
God damn. What
It
that's
looks like the
four-
clones are about to run a train on Dermy.
That's 4
Dermy
They look
Crusher.
oiled up.
That is
He
4
looks
more.
hopeful.
Wow.
Dermy looks hopeful.
I lose more clones to memes than the actual show.
Adam Redshirt looks super good. Okay, so
Honestly, I
He's
wish
not
I
that
looked that
tall.
That's
I'm
why he wears the red
6'1".
shirt so he doesn't distract.
I think the
Elvis.
You're
clones
not
have a different
6'1".
height variance.
Fuck
I am
you,
6'1".
dude.
I am fucking 6'1".
The fuck you
I am.
are. And
Yeah, I
Dermy's
am
6'5".
6'1".
Yeah. Congratulations.
Dermy is 6'5".
No, he's not.
Yes, Gal has confirmed he's 6'5".
Yeah, it's been confirmed. He's 6'5".
Yeah.
And I'm
Did
6'1".
she whip out a
Ged
ruler?
can confirm I'm 6'1".
Well, shoot,
Did
I'm
she
the one in
whip out a
danger.
ruler?
I'm
There's going
5'9".
to be
I'm the one in
no
danger around
measuring
all of you.
contest in
Shoot.
Vegas.
I'm 5'9" too. Holy crap.
Yeah, I wear a chassis belt before I show up at a meetup.
Well, I'm actually 6'4" from the government, and they actually downgrade you on your size. So fuck Dermy. He's probably 6'2.5".
Why are you so salty about this? Are you afraid? What he's gonna do to you?
Are you
'Cause,
prejudiced against people that are 6'5"?
Look,
He started, dude. He started.
No,
It's easy to get away
Adam
from
looks
Dermy.
awesome. We're not. No, if you want to file a complaint, please send me a post-it.
What
The
complaint? What
Admiral's
are you
duties
talking about?
include HR.
Thank you, Admiral. My clones appreciate this support.
It's my
the
ship.
ones
She's
that are
not the
left.
admiral. I get the complaints. No, it's not.
How can they complain to you about you? Captain Ryan
You-
touched me. No, he
The
didn't.
complaints are mysteriously lost.
yes, he did. No, he didn't.
An admiral has a fleet, not a ship.
Yes, but you are under my command. So
We'll see.
therefore,
Yeah.
like,
She's on top of you.
Bradley,
top of you.
please explain to our captain how it works in Starfleet.
What?
I mean, I could actually
Why-
explain
He's like,
how
why are
it
you
works
dragging
in
me into this?
actual
Why
military
am
uniform.
I getting pulled into this? I don't want no part of this. What the hell?
Can I just talk law?
Okay, what would the captain be charged with if he's molested thousands of Adam's clones?
Huh. Well, the problem is you have to decide whether or not the clones are truly sentient or have
Well,
any.
they're not.
human
The
rights.
problem is
cannon fodder.
the evidence has been disposed of. That's the problem.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah.
You
can only-
are. Hold on. You are sentient. The clones are not. You're the only one who can actually be assaulted. Have I assaulted you?
You assaulted my clones.
Nobody should be assaulted in the Starfleet. So
There's many insulting.
Can I
but
get
not
assaulted
us.
and a peppered?
Not sentient.
That's pretty fucked up, Captain. If you prick them, do they not squeal?
They're not people.
Apparently they're
Wow.
pigs.
Wow.
They're not people.
Oh,
They're
no.
cannon fodder for my away missions.
This
And
is-
quite frankly,
Jesus
I will.
Christ, this is like Palpatine. This
Man.
is wrong.
yes,
Wrong genre. Wrong
Starfleet
series.
does follow Navy ranks and structure.
So Star Trek.
Yes.
Drop the milk.
So Admiral,
We have-
sit down.
We have Kenzo to blame for this. Kenzo's
Don't run!
war criminal.
Stay or do the killing!
That'll kill us. I won't kill you. Don't run.
See that? See
Reminds
right
me of
there.
Mars
That's
Attacks.
that is an advanced
so
case
funny
of
about
derpies
man
right
reaching
there.
for the moon.
Derpies.
How do you know?
I just know, that's all. I feel it. And more. I think that one day they're going to take all the money that they spend now on war and death.
And make them spend it online.
Or Ukraine.
Oh, that's good.
Well, obviously, dude, we're not there yet.
You see the same things that I do. We speak the same language.
Yeah, tongue.
The very same.
I'm glad you got away too.
Yeah,
Why do you think they want to kill us?
look, fella, you take a sip too much of that old wood alky, and almost anything seems like it.
Where are we? Earth. Constellations seem right, but
McCoy's about to feel this dude
explain
out.
it. Explain this trick.
Hey now.
This is awkward.
Watch that hand, buddy.
development. No doubt considerable human ancestry. Is that how you're able to fake all of this? Very good. Modern museum perfection. Right down to the cement beams.
It's hugging that beam a little too closely.
Very good. Oh, I'd give a lot to see the hospital. Probably needles, sutures. Oh, the pity. Used to hand cut and sew people like garments. Needles and sutures. Oh, the pity.
Never take strange devices off of Mad Men.
I mean, some of those things could have touched Sulu.
Yeah, or, vaporize you. I'm going to push buttons.
Is this an electric
Potato.
Hmm.
Oh.
Oh, that's a self-destruct. I'll look at it.
And he's gone.
Now, that could have altered history right there.
Yeah, well, it doesn't apparently alter history because that man is apparently totally unremarkable to it, but...
He was just a hobo. He's expendable.
Yeah. He stole some dude's milk, though. That might have ruined his day, which could have caused like a butterfly chain effect. But, whatever.
How long before we get a full answer?
I'll need at least 2 more days before I dare make another attempt.
McCoy could have been in the city a week now, for all we know. And whatever he does that affects her, changes history, could happen tonight, tomorrow morning.
Captain, our last bit of information was obtained at the expense of 30 hours' work in fused and burned circuits.
Damn it.
I must know whether she...
Larry,
Yes.
you're purple now.
Yes, I know. That was a mistake.
You're a
Okay,
purple ball.
Purple nipples?
Purple nurple?
You don't tell black
Those hurt,
people they're
dude.
purple. That's fucked up.
He's purple. He's a purple circle now.
We calling it the grimace?
Robble.
She lives or dies, Spock. I must know what to do.
What to do instead of want to do.
Get your morning paper. Get your paper. Read all about it.
Oh, miss. That coffee, it just smells wonderful.
You look terrible. You better sit down. Come on.
I can't. I gotta keep moving. I can't let them find me.
Oh, there's a cot in the back room. Look, they won't find you there. Come on.
There's a nice little bit of stage blocking there.
That's what it's supposed to look like. That's supposed to be Anna. If it's not, it's Olivia Dabo.
This is how history went after McCoy changed it.
Oh my God.
Here, in the late 1930s, a growing pacifist movement whose influence delayed the United States entry into the Second World War. While peace negotiations dragged on, Germany had time to complete its heavy water experiments.
Germany. Fascism. Hitler. Won the Second World War.
Because all this lets them develop the A-bomb first. There's no mistake, Captain. Let me run it again. Edith Keeler, founder of the peace movement.
But she was right. Peace was the way.
She was right, but at the wrong time. With the A-bomb and with their V-2 rockets to carry them, Germany captured the world.
No.
And all this because McCoy came back and somehow kept her from dying in a street accident, as she was meant to. We must stop him, Jim.
Now, keep in mind that this episode was written like, barely 2 decades after the end of World War II.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can't, fun story. We can't write about shit like that now without having all kinds of stuff in it. But at the time, they were able to look at that honestly and tell stories about it,
and not freak out like people do today.
Essentially, yeah. They were showing stock footage of a guy who just burned half the world down 2 centuries prior, or two decades prior.
And then you get Star Trek New Worlds, where they show J6 as the reason for the Second American Civil War.
Yeah, it's ridiculous because this is the difference between telling a story based upon simple themes and ideas, or the modern day now. Oh, here's a story packed full of agenda. We're going to stuff it down your throat, but it's only one side of the story. We're not allowing you to hear the whole thing, and that's why original Star Trek works, because it gives you all the sides.
Well, the other thing is it also maintains its own universe. Star Trek is not our reality. That's what the current new Trek is doing. They're treating like our world is that world. And Star Trek world began in 1966. Everything after 1966 in real life is not our world.
Well,
it's separate.
There is one thing though. There is the DS9 meme going around right now, where it's
the Bell riots.
Yeah. That's kind of not on there.
Oddly, that's that's strange.
Yes, it is strange.
Also, you have the fact that they're acknowledging that sometimes you have to go through the bad to get the good. It's just because history has a bad moment doesn't mean it doesn't lead to something good and stuff like that. And they try to kind of put that behind. You have to sometimes you have to have that hurt.
Yeah,
it makes us grow.
They imply it here is that somebody was going to die in nuclear fire at some point. It's just going to happen. But when if history unfolds as it should, the Americans dropped nukes on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but that's 2 cities. And while it's a lot of dead people, it's not as much as it would have been if the Nazis had armed their V-2 rockets with nukes and just fired them willy-nilly at their enemies. A lot more people would have died.
Yep.
So it's just, I do like the alternative history aspect of it, the possibilities of where it could have gone and where it should go, and where we're glad it didn't go.
There's a lot of, there is alternative history shows. Man on the High Castle is a perfect example of one where the Axis powers did win.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's pretty good, except for the first half of it.
Yeah.
So good show. But yeah, it's. I like how they present you with all of these sides, and they do so without any clear, moral judgment on anything. Like they're watching the Hitler dude, but from their perspective, Hitler is several centuries removed.
But they still recognize what he did was wrong. It's not like, I can see that. They're like, okay, we know this is wrong because our history, they defeated Hitler, and we can see in what has happened since then in Star Trek universe, you have the eugenics wars, you have Colonel Green, you have World War III, all continuing that line of warfare and barbarism. And it's like, that's what we got past. And we can't let that happen. We have to change. We have to stop what's going to happen, whether we like it or not. And that's the personal part that Kirk hits right here.
Right.
How did she die? What day? You can estimate general happenings from these images, but I can't trace down precise actions at exact moments, Captain. I'm sorry.
Spark. I believe
I'm in love with Edith Keeler.
What?
Edith Keeler.
I've known her for
must
3
die.
days.
You know when the love bug bites.
I actually
know.
think he's been there for a few months.
Yeah, they've been there for a while. I'm just making a joke.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm fully aware that kind of emotion can be brought on in a short amount of time. But and that's kind of the last joke I get to make about this, because now we get into the serious part of this, where Kirk is now faced with a conundrum: do I follow my heart or follow my duty?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's been spending a ton of time with Edith and helping out and philosophizing with her, and they're kindred spirits of different times, which is I would imagine make falling in love with her quite a bit easier.
Well, I think he sees somebody in this point in history that believes in the future that he lives in.
Mhm.
And he finds it alluring that this kind of thought existed
Most
in this time.
uncommon.
And also she's really beautiful. It helps too. And so he's drawn into this, and it feeds into his desire to find that kind of connection that he didn't expect to find. And that's why he's struggling. Because here's
Mhm.
somebody at this far point who understands the world I come from, even though
I
we're
feel like
centuries
this-
apart.
I also feel like this is one of the real first episodes that it's very, very personal for Kirk.
Mhm.
Indeed.
I think the last personal one was Court Martial. That was the last personal one we had, where it was
The next one actually will be personal as well.
Yes, you're right. You're very right. Yeah.
We have another meme.
Oh Lord.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
This one's
Bring
from
it on.
Captain.
Oh,
Doc,
thank God. Do I get a break?
No.
Probably not.
No. Oh no. I don't. Oh damn it. I guess I'm gonna be broken. Am I gonna be broke? Am I gonna be broke back? Oh. All right.
Oh wow.
I get that.
I do too. Wow. Wow.
Season 1, baby.
And actually, yeah.
Hey, that's the chick.
Homegirl
who
from
fixed,
Knight Rider
yeah.
standing in the back.
Yeah. Was it Bonnie? Is her name Bonnie?
Yes, Bonnie.
Yeah, that was the second one. Yeah, the
That's
second one.
Bonnie. Yeah.
No, Bonnie was the first.
No, Bonnie's the first.
No. The chick who came first was hotter.
No,
Bonnie
you're
was the
thinking about
first season.
April. April was second.
Yeah, April was a blonde. And then
Yeah,
Bonnie
Bonnie
came
was
back.
first.
Well, Captain's got to get night ridden.
Is that before or after he puts the perfume on?
I know.
Yeah.
That's not even Riker. That's the little
Gay one.
voice.
Yeah,
That's the one who hooks up with Riker.
Yeah, the little
That's the one who hooks up with
boy.
Riker.
No, the
Riker's
boy.
a man whore.
No, the boy.
Oh, no,
that's the
yeah,
little
that's-
book that she
that's-
had.
Yeah.
My devil's broken. Devil's broken over this one. It's too much. Devil can't handle it.
I mean, it's good to see the fact that he actually could stop by for 5 seconds and actually then make a meme about me, after the fact. So I hate for him to actually stick around for the whole fucking episode instead of, actually,
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Oh no! Oh no! What? Jokes are off the table?
No. I'm saying your profile's choosing violence.
Yes, yes,
Dark
I am.
Brandon.
Because I'm gonna start steering into the skid, bitches. If y'all want to be fucking cry about it, let's fucking cry about it.
The captain's avatar is courtesy of the White House meme bank.
I mean, I'd hate for actually
Usually it's
people to
just
be
statement.
consistent on this fucking crybaby bitch stream.
When have I said you're a crybaby? I haven't said that today.
I didn't. Why are you being so offended, dude? I'm making a
You
joke.
killed 6 of my clones today.
You're not dead.
Seems like a light day, honestly.
Jesus Christ.
So fun.
So Star Trek. We got like 9 minutes
almost
left in this
done.
episode. 8 minutes.
Yes, I'm
we
actually
got
choosing to
one
be
more.
a villain from this point on. Like,
One
let me be a villain. Let's
We got-
steer into the skid here.
Captain's gone full heel. Oh God.
Oh no. Kenzo.
Wowza.
Why is everyone
minute.
oiled up on the ship today? God damn
What?
it!
I don't know.
Listen.
Why does
Kenzo, Kenzo
Ryan
is
have
actually
shackles on.
Kenzo.
Listen, we have to declare war on Kenzo now. This has to happen.
Nah,
Right.
he's my homie. Leave him be.
No, listen. I can handle it if it wasn't Derby.
Who's this
the
wee,
Derby.
bucket boy?
It's the Derby thing that's got it wrong. I can run with the oiled up, broke back mountain bucket challenge here, but it's the Derby, the Derby that's making it wrong. Derby doesn't even like Star Trek.
Hold on, real quick. You know what? Put the Admiral in the brig.
What is that?
The penguin?
Oh, it's a penguin. Okay, I see
It's
it.
a pangolin.
My eyes went to the wrong place on the.
Hello, Low Spec. Thank you for being here.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize admirals got to talk after they were put in the brig.
You don't get to put me into anything.
Actually, I
No.
can.
No, you can't.
If you're standing in the way of the operation of the Starfleet ship.
No, because everybody needs to actually vote for that. And
Oh no!
Anna
Oh,
and
no.
Simpson aren't going to let you do that, Ryan.
Oh no!
God.
Hey, as long as everyone's getting oiled up, I'm getting ready too.
Jesus. I think I've got
Oh,
Davis in
sweet
there, Rock.
Jesus! Hey,
I'm
Alf.
sitting, I'm being quiet. I'm not like I'm going through the paperwork. You know, Bradley's had like 3 shut-ups. I'm just going through all these little complaints I'm getting from everyone about you, Captain. I'm doing my duty.
I don't know, but there's a lot of oiled up men in these memes. So I'm not sure what's going on.
Hey, Kenzo needs to be brought to a tribunal and trial and.
No,
I'm just saying. Apparently, it's not my ship that I'm in command of anymore because the admiral's here. So maybe the admiral would like to explain why there's so many oiled up men.
She's on top of it. She's on top of it.
That was her directive.
She's on
You
top
know
of the
what?
oiled up men. Okay.
You know what? Fine, Ryan.
Oh no!
I like it that she goes after Ryan and not me.
Did she?
And she's gone.
Damn it, Ryan.
What?
Oh, yeah, she's gone. She's gone.
Well, what happened?
Nah, she left.
Well,
No.
well,
All right.
Maybe it was
Well,
an
let's,
accident. Maybe
yeah, it
her
could've been.
internet died out.
She's got
No,
that's
that
been
wasn't.
going. Yeah. Let's continue on with the episode. We've not got that long.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on. If that was over the line, I actually do apologize. You know, Anna, we actually, rib each other back and forth. It wasn't meant to be that, so I hope that wasn't. And she's back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You okay, Anna?
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you. I feel like my ship with all of you lovely crew members is being captained by somebody who really needs to actually be court-martialed.
Is it because of all the oil?
No, the more the oil, the merrier.
Yeah,
for
but now
everything.
my clones are going to be involved in that. I don't want.
How
that.
do you beam that much oil over onto the Enterprise?
Very carefully.
They get it by the tankard.
They got
intergalactic Costco.
Hey, you know what? That shit ain't cheap now. They've been raising the prices on that stuff.
They've got industrial transporters. You can beam quite a bit of stuff.
They only have the one transporter on the Enterprise. So
What do you mean we only got 12 barrels of oil? How will we make it the whole trip?
It's like a water tower full of oil.
fill the port nacelle with oil.
Every day, Captain Ryan steps on the bridge and goes, "Have the crew been properly oiled?"
Or should I put a gun barrel in my fucking mouth?
Why is
I mean,
Oh,
it's one or the other.
Wow,
What?
that
It's
that
fucking
escalated
point.
quickly.
What?
No,
Why is
you
this?
just have to keep wearing your headphones so you get electrocuted.
Unfortunately, all the consoles on the bridge are greasy.
Why can't I
Ironic-
grip these controls?
Ironically, I'm
everybody-
actually wearing the headphones that
Great
actually
chicks.
electrocuted me because I can actually hear the clap.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has to.
All
clap.
right, Star Trek.
So fingers crossed.
Let's finish this out, guys.
Come on.
But all.
I'm not ready to take on any tigers just yet.
The most common question to ask would be, where am I? I don't think I'll ask it.
Why not?
The only possible answer would conclusively prove that I'm either unconscious or demented.
Hmm.
He looks like he had a great night in Vegas.
1920.
Would you care to try for 30?
I am unconscious or demented.
I have a friend that talks about Earth the same way that you do. Would you like to meet him?
I'm a surgeon, not a psychiatrist. I am Leonard McCoy, senior medical officer aboard the USS Enterprise.
Oh, dude.
I don't mean to disbelieve you, but that's hardly a Navy uniform.
It's quite all right. It's quite all right, dear. Because I don't believe in you either.
Well, I guess, yeah, he thinks it's all a delusion right now.
Rest.
Edith.
Are you following me, sir?
With ulterior motives, if that please you.
I hope it means
That's fate. Fate saying she gotta go.
I've been up and down those stairs 1,000 times. I could have broken my neck.
Just checking to make sure. I couldn't remember if that dog was in the episode or not.
I was about to ask, is that in the episode?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Apparently it is.
I did not plan to eavesdrop.
It is not in the episode.
Okay.
I must point out.
That's so weird because he stopped barking the second I hit the pause button.
It's a coincidence.
But I was like, I don't remember this being in there.
That when she stumbled, she might have died right there had you not caught her.
It's not yet time. McCoy isn't here.
You're not that sure of our facts. Who's to say when the exact time will come? Save her. Do as your heart tells you to do. And millions will die who did not die before. Come in.
Well, you look just fine, Doctor.
Thank you.
I thought you might like to see the evening paper.
No, not particularly. You know, I've convinced myself that this is all in a quadricene hallucination. But I've decided you're not.
That's reassuring.
What's cordrazine?
But if you're not,
That's
What are
interesting.
you?
The fact she just goes, okay,
A
whatever.
friend? When you showed up here, you looked like you could use one.
no, I don't doubt it. What about this place? You running?
I try to.
Why?
It's necessary.
Well, it was for me, at least. You may have saved my life.
Lots of people drink from the wrong bottle sometimes.
Not as wrong as the bottle I drank from. Allow me to show my gratitude. Perhaps there's something I can do around here.
It wasn't my martini mix.
We can talk about that later. I have to go. My young man is taking me to a Clark Gable movie.
A who movie?
A Clark Gable. Don't you know?
Well, I know what a movie is, but
That's very strange. Get some rest. I'll see you later.
That'd be like somebody in our time saying, "Hey, I'm going to see a recording of a Henry Irving play." You know, most people today wouldn't recognize the name Henry Irving, although he was a very famous stage actor in the 1800s. Yeah.
And you know
Again,
what even
double
brings
dumbass
that
on you.
what even brings that more home is in TNG they make it a point to say that television's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Around the 2030s, I think, is when they said it died out.
Well, when you finally get the holodecks, why do you need it?
That's true.
Then you have to
Yeah,
hire
if I-
people
if
to
I-
clean the holodeck.
That's not my job.
If I remember my timeline correctly, like if it died out around the 2030s, that would only be like, 10, 15 years before the wars that sparked off before Zefram Cochrane built the Phoenix, right?
Phoenix was 2061, I think, his first contact year.
Yeah. So, and there was I know there was a Third World War
Mhm.
in between now and then, which
Jim,
decimated the earth and all that stuff. So nobody would have been watching television in that interim anyway, which is
Yeah,
probably
that's true.
why it
That's true.
died
Like
out.
35, 40s.
Yeah.
When it
And
started.
that could explain the die out of television because the war was devastating.
Yeah.
You know, Dr. McCoy said the same
McCoy!
thing.
Leonard McCoy?
Yes. He's in the mission. He's
Stay right here. Spock! Stay right there. What is it? McCoy, he's in...
Yep. This has got to be.
Bro hugs.
No, Jim!
Needs of the many.
Deliberately stop me, Jim. I could have saved
Or they
her.
could have taken her back with them.
Know what you just did?
Mhm.
That's
Well,
one
they
way
don't.
to
They don't
avoid
figure
that.
that out.
No,
till
they
movie
don't.
4. That's-
They don't get to control it. They don't control it.
Oh, you're also Duke's right because as soon as it's fixed, the space butthole is going to spit them back out.
Yep. Yep. The Guardian's in
yeah.
charge.
Yep. Yep.
What happened, sir? You only left a moment ago.
We were
That's a whole family right there.
Time has resumed its shape. All is as it was before. Many such journeys are possible. Let me be your gateway.
Captain, the Enterprise is up there. They're asking if we want to beam up.
Let's get the hell out of here.
And that is the episode. There is no monologue. There's no jokey moment at the end of it. They just leave you with the sour taste of what just occurred in your mouth.
Yeah.
And I think it was actually controversial the way he said, "Let's get the hell out of here." I mean, they had used hell a few times, but this is more of a derogatory way, which wasn't really allowed at the time. It's like, straight out of the mouth of hell or something like that, as opposed to "Let's get the hell out of here." That's very harsh, different tone, and it's just very heavy.
And that's the great thing about Trek, which they venture more into, even going into TNG, is that not every episode ended with a completely happy ending. Sometimes it was sometimes it was bad. So
I gotta run a little early here, guys, and do something. So can I get my outro and then I'm gonna dip?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Devil Made Me Do It, Nalik3 on Twitters. Check it out. Check out Beelzebub every Friday night, Saturday morning, 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Check out Wrong Think every Wednesday, my new political show, and of course Get Ranked in pushed it back a little bit, so 30 minutes, I believe. And I will see you guys there. Bye.
All right.
See you, Devil. Take care.
See you in a few minutes.
The episode is it's got an impact to it that few of them do.
It's kind of a bummer, though.
Oh, it is.
It ends. It just makes you feel, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like being gut punched.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I use the term impact deliberately.
Yeah, it's really informative about Kirk's character, because a lot of times in real early shows you really didn't get that much character. So I think it's like, oh, the captain is always a hero or whatever. Now it's like he's making decisions really tough. It's personal for him, and that's why I think it's one, like you say, it hits differently. So
well, it puts the audience in this position. So somebody that you love, and you knew for a fact that somebody you loved had to die for the world to keep spinning.
Yeah.
Right. Would you be able to let them? I don't know that I would.
I ran an RPG adventure that had a similar type situation, just to see what happens. So, and it was a Star Trek one too, interestingly. But
hey, everyone, I got to get going too.
All right.
The only thing I got, same thing tonight, 11 p.m. Central. Got my gaming night, and it's ladies' night, so it's going to be Among Us and a bunch of ladies trying to kill me or each other. So,
all right, man. Do you have anything you want to plug before you go? Besides that,
you normally catch me on Dermy Wormy's channel on Friday nights, Fets Talking on Saturday nights. Also this show, and I put out stuff during the week, shorts and short videos. So just check it out. I need the watch hours. I'm at 311 subs, and about a third of my way through my watch hours. So any viewing will help.
Nice.
So
cool stuff. Thank you, Doc.
All right, later.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good one. We'll see you soon. And everybody's description information is in the description below. On it should be on most of the channels on YT, hopefully, and elsewhere. Rumble and such. You should be able to find the links for the YouTube and their Twitter and whatnot, what have you. Anybody got any thoughts they want to talk about the episode before we get to outros and close out?
I mean, I have a lot of thoughts, but you all know me. I can go on and on for ages, so I'm just gonna say it was a great episode. But for me, like, it feels a little heavy after watching it. So, whoever else wants to share their opinions.
It just shows the range of Star Trek.
Yeah.
That you get episodes like this that are not even happening in their century, but we go back in time and are still able to tell a character-driven story where you have all the points of view. I mean, they talk about pacifism in this, a peace movement in a time that required war to earn peace. And it's Star Trek allows you to discuss and go over these types of things, and that's why it is a great show.
When the writers know how to write,
yes,
as opposed to propagandize and focus on narrative, when this is a time when actual writers are writing, not activists, which I feel we get more of today. I don't think we could see an episode like this. I mean, you look at some of the later ones, you know, they're definitely ones that have impact. You know, there's a bunch of DS9 ones. What's the one when Cisco basically continues the war, resulting in the assassination of the Romulan senator?
Yep. And you do it again.
Yeah. And then he erases his log.
True.
Hey, the Romulans had to enter the war, man.
Yep.
Had to get in there.
I did. I don't know, Ryan. What did you think of the episode so far?
Do you really want to do this right now?
What? I just asked what you thought of the episode.
I think it's actually a commentary on our current world. Quite frankly, it's something that most people don't have the fucking spine or the balls to actually, do. Sacrifice something. They're selfish loser pieces of shit. And quite frankly, yes, I'm actually going to steer into the skid of, my name, right? Because it's a long running joke. So quite frankly, maybe sacrifice something. Do something for another person. Stop literally going out of your way to being a fucking narcissistic piece of shit. That's what you need to do. Because quite frankly, it's not funny anymore. It's not fun watching these shows and this commentary. And quite frankly, it just, yeah, do better. You fucking crybaby bitches.
Are you talking about us?
No, I'm not.
No, he's talking about what's being put out today.
Oh, okay. But did you actually enjoy the episode?
No, actually, I didn't, and that's why I said this.
Hmm.
I'm actually talking about a commentary on today's world,
Right.
and I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, do you want me to like praise and clap it?
If you didn't like it, you didn't like it, man. That's
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really like it too.
no.
All right.
I mean, it's up my
No,
alley. I
but
like this kind of
that's
stuff.
but that's the thing. Everyone's allowed to have a different opinion on it. Ryan just saw it differently, and it's a perfectly valid opinion. It's not that I don't disagree with him. I mean, I think what he said is there's a lot of truth in it. Absolutely. I just view the episode differently. He took something different, totally respectful. That's fine. That's what conversation's about. That's what we're missing, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree
that's
with
true.
that.
Larry, did you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I thought that it definitely was not a favorite episode of mine. And honestly, as far as somebody being in a captain's position, I would expect him to think better about his decisions. It's just the whole time I was thinking, that's why Picard is my favorite. He's my favorite captain because he could have been affected the same, but he was able to contain himself more. It's just Kirk was just way too emotional. I never. It's just. He just.
Yeah.
I don't think that the ship's doctor, somebody, who by profession you would think, has more empathy and would be more likely to run out there and try to, stop what happened. It should have been another way. It wasn't a good episode to me. It just wasn't.
Oh.
No, fair enough.
Who did?
All right. It was Ryan jumped out.
Oh.
Didn't have a chance to get an outro from him, but I will endeavor to do my best in his stead.
I think the
Go
episode
check his stuff
depressed.
out. It's a depressing episode. Yeah, no, that's 100% understandable. Yeah. So, but we will probably get to outros now. Some of us need to be over on Elza Hub in about 25 minutes or so. So,
Yikes.
Elza Smith.
And what are you ranking?
We are finishing up the second half of the sci-fi TV series rankings. Yep. So we did the first half a couple weeks ago, and then Super Bowl happened, and so we took a break, and today is the second part of that list today. Yeah. Should be fun. So let's go around the horn for those of us who are remaining, and let everybody know where they can find you. Adam, you first.
Hello, Adam Renaissance Nerd, YouTube channel, the same name. I will be over on Get Ranked in about, I guess, 20 minutes. Join us for that fun. Tomorrow is Monday, which means Mellow Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern, where we talk nerdy stuff and try and have a good time in this crazy, messed up world. Let's see. Wednesday, Natural 20, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll be angry about something, I'm sure. Thursday, Halo Season 2, Episode 4 review. I'm sure it'll continue to be trash. They're going to somehow butcher the Fall of Reach. Can't wait. Then Friday begins coverage of Avatar live action. Huzzah. We'll get into that coming debacle. It looks like it's going to be a goddamn train wreck. And then 11 p.m. Friday, back on Dermy's channel for Ball Busters. Saturday night drive-in, 6 p.m. Eastern. And then next Sunday, we start all over Sunday again with 2 p.m. Eastern roundtable. And then right back here for Engage.
Nice. Duke Devil, our Wesley for the week. Thank you for taking the time to be here with us today. And what have you got coming up?
Well,
where can people
first
find
off, thank you all for letting me come in again. Always have a good time. I will hopefully tonight be finishing up my Madam Web video. God help me. Then that'll be after I'm on Get Ranked. I'll be jumping in over there in about 20 or 30 minutes. With Adam maybe tagging in while I go grab some food at some point.
No, I'm full time tonight. Dermy's
Oh, you're
not
full time?
here.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll
Because
see what
Dermy's not
happens
there.
then.
Yeah.
Oh, Dermot's not there. Okay. But otherwise, I'm beyond Static 2020's Thursday night pregame show, 8:30 Eastern time on his channel. Next Saturday, I will probably be on the Fractured Filters Saturday Night Siths when they start doing Stargate 1 watch. I forget which episode we're on at that point. Oh, it's Cold Lazarus, I think. Oh, God.
Oh,
So
good episode. Also depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an important episode for Jack's backstory and,
Yep.
and how he's able to move on as a character going forward in the series.
Yeah, indeed. Lawrence Knight, what do you got?
So I was supposed to release a video today, but I decided to add just a little more dialogue to my short story, which you guys can catch on my Knights Lore channel. The description is, well, the link to it is in the chat. You can also catch the link to it on my Twitter, Twix, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Yeah, it's going to add a little bit more dialogue, and I finally figured out how to add some music to it. To the I use Clipchamp, so but I just kind of want to now. I'm trying to figure out how to lower the volume a little bit because the music kind of it's a little loud and it overtakes my voice, which is why if you've listened to my prior content, you don't hear any music. So just look for that sometime between today and tomorrow. And you guys can also catch me right here every Friday on Abyssal Musings with Sam and Know Me Without You when she's not working. And occasionally you can catch me dropping in streams like this on Sundays and also on Saturdays. And also you can catch me in the chat as a moderator on the world famous Exile Lioness 2 channel.
Oh, I just remembered. Both Lawrence and I will be on Jed the Hollywood Scholars channel next Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern for Writer's Corner.
Oh, you're going to be on that too?
Oh, yeah. I'm on every Writer's Corner.
Oh, shoot. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm a writer. So, I mean, well, of course, you know that by now. But yeah, Sam and a few others kind of encouraged me to get up off my butt and actually get this thing going. So,
yeah, it's going to be a good one.
I'm doing.
It's going to be a fun one. Writer's Corner is a lot of fun. It's writing. It's writer nerd talk is what it is. It's great.
Nice.
Ow.
You should add Anna to it. I think Anna probably was a good storyteller as well.
Yes, but I'm kind of like streamed out.
Oh no, I understand. I thought you were gonna say you
know what I
had
mean?
to work.
Yeah, no, I'm in touch with Judge. Like I would love to join, and I'll always will watch everybody, but sometimes it's just the time difference. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it gets a little crazy.
Well, we got that
Well,
figured out.
Move
You're
to the
gonna quit
right
your
side
job.
of the world, Anna.
Yeah, you're gonna quit. We're gonna get you to quit your job, and then Sam's gonna sponsor you here, so you can move here, and Sam will pay for everything forever.
Forever and ever. Yeah.
You see how I get voluntold?
That's
It's
what
the
you do
tentacles.
best.
It's the tentacles.
Amira does it. Why can't I?
Because I don't fucking work for you. I work with you. And I have what do you have coming up?
Clifton, it's in the description, isn't it? He's saying send a link to the channel.
So I go check my lads out on Get Ranked on Devil's channel, reviewing sci-fi stuff with all y'all and Clifton as well, who's in chat 3D. Then tomorrow's Monday. I'm a regular on his show, Insert Culture, with Brendan the Anime Guy and Ronan66, where we talk about the latest news and pop culture and gaming and anime and whatever it is, entertainment. Mags is going to be a guest. I won't be there, unfortunately, just because I need to get some sleep because it's 11 p.m. GMT, which is really late again. But then the next show I'm going to be on is reality-based Ryan Roger Athe with Mephisto, Kenzo UK, and a guest who I don't know who they are right now, but that's at 9 p.m. GMT. And then Friday, going back to part 2 of reviewing Watch Party Tombstone with my favorite Redshirt.
Who, me?
Well, yeah.
I know, yeah. It's fun. Tombstone is great.
Yeah, and obviously Samuel. And again, I just wanted to say I am so sorry I didn't give you the floor. And like I was so overwhelmed. There were so many people, and I just like I please, I apologize.
Oh, no worries. It didn't bother me in the slightest, Anna. We're good.
Okay, cool. And then I'm just gonna give myself a little, and then back obviously on Sunday with Hunting Mustache Man with Ryan, and Clifton and Larry. I know that you're always invited whenever you can. It would be nice to have you there, and Shadu and Clue, and then after that back to Engage.
Yep.
Awesome. I think that's everybody except me. You guys, if you're on my channel, you know where to find me. If not, if you're watching from another channel, Samuel the Infamous here and on Rumble, Hentai Surprise on Twitter. I do live streams throughout the weekends, Abyssal Musings on Friday with Lawrence Knight, Screaming Into the Void on Saturdays, this here show, Star Trek Engage, on Sundays. I also do some work on Exiled Linus too, so you can usually find me over there when she's live streaming. That's about it. I pop up here and there and everywhere on my pals' shows, Beelzebub, Mellow Mondays, Tuesday Mayhem, what have you. So thank you all for coming. This has been good. And we will see you all next time. And in the spirit of the episode, let's get the hell out of here.
Pee hole.
You know, back when I was in the academy, we would follow every toast with a song.
El da,